Oh yeah, I'm already in another Discord, bro. Oh my gosh. Man. Hmm. With the first tips on future test. Oh, there are already tests going on, I see. That's evil. Hmm. Nice. Hmm. Hmm. 16 million already, I see. Oh shoot, wait. I forgot about this. I did not plug in my tablet. Please go that side. Yes, thank you. Okay. Why is there one view in my stream? Hmm? I thought I was the one only who's supposed to watch this. Oh, anyways, it's my life. It's whatever I wanna do. Let's go. That's an absolutely rowdy title to show me, bro. Actually, actually, I need to change something now. Free transform.
Okay, so as a guy who works in college consulting and has seen this mindset for quite a while, I've been really wanting to talk about this idea of study smart, not hard. I'm like really excited about talking about this because I've essentially I work with a lot of people who usually have to load a lot of classes, right? So like IB classes, AP classes, they have to do every extracurricular under the sun. They have to do every single passion project to start every single nonprofit, and they also have to like write a gajillion essays just to get into top schools. And the interesting thing about this is that there usually comes a time where these people will come across this moment where they're like so desperate for time because they're so strapped, right? They don't have time for like socializing or anything else that like they try to look for this utopianist strategy that will help them essentially achieve uh their dreams, right? Like they'll essentially say like, oh, is there a way that I could study smart not hard, or work smart not hard? And the translation for that is really, is there a way that I can put in only 10 minutes or so and then be a master at everything? Like, is there some kind of secret technique that's out there? Okay. But I think what ends up happening with this mindset is, if I were to illustrate this to you guys, it's kind of like this. There will be like a sort of curve, and they're gonna get so close to reaching this invisible asymptote, so close. But if you really zoom in, they're really not. Okay. I think that's what happens when you're essentially looking for a way to study smart, not hard. You're essentially getting so close. You're so close. There's something out there that is going to help you achieve the method that you need to not put in any work and also just get maximum benefit. It's like, oh my god, I could just only study for 10 minutes and then I'm gonna not need to study ever again. Oh, I don't need to like stay up all night and tell my friends that I can't play video games with them, or I can't go out with like my friends to just have like a good time, right? Like I can finally start to achieve that if I just find this one method. And I don't believe it's true, but I want to show you guys a little bit of like examples of videos like this, right? Like just to show you what people are so attracted by, right? How to study smarter, not harder, right? This is a pretty good one, right? How to study so fast it feels like cheating. Oh my god, right? I'm putting in 20% of the time, but I'm getting a 99% of the grade, right? Like that's so cool. That's so freaking cool, and it's so attractive. Okay, look at this. Get addicted to studying with this brain hack. I could control the brain. I could force it to do what I want. Okay. Another A plus. You must study for hours every day. Wow. Oh my God. Like that must be so. That must be so true, right? Um, Look at this. The Asian secret to studying effectively, right? There's like some kind of hidden Tibetan monk. How are the Asians doing it, right? How are these crazy cracked Koreans somehow like getting straight A's across the board, and they're able to have a social life, and they're able to be like so attractive, and they're able to do everything, like, and they're also so fit, and they also have like social just like able to talk with their friends, right? They're able to do everything. How can they do that? How can I be like that too? And that's so enticing, right? Look at this one, right? 16 hours, 55% of this is a thing that everybody could relate to, right? You study for a gajillion hours for like a very challenging, let's say like an engineering class, right? And you still get a 55%. It's like, wow, why the fuck am I even doing this, right? But instead, you could just work for 4 hours, right? I could work for a quarter of that time, and I'm like essentially top percentile, right? Oh my god, how do I do it? How do I do it, right? Like this is so attractive to so many people. Same thing with this one, right? Study less, remember more. Like there's so much, like, this is so attractive, and it's hard to understand how enticing these ideas are, these ideas of like utopia are, until you're like really strapped on time. Like I don't know if I could try to make this empathetic, right? Or to allow other people to understand this. But like I want you guys to imagine the same pathology of work smart, not hard, in other mediums, and imagine what it's like for those guys, right? So, I think I could probably think of two, but like, I mean, like, here's one, right? Like, so, we got like the AI CEOs, right? And then you also got passive income, right? These are like probably two of the best examples that I could come up with where like this idea is like so attractive. Okay, like I know a lot of cases where in my industry, right, like there were a lot of people who were sort of, I guess, like, this is like kind of understandable because if you're a CEO, you're usually going to lean more capitalist thinking, right? Like you're going to be more like hard free market, like, yeah, let's fucking go, right? And you're usually going to have this idea of like pick yourself up by the bootstraps. And it's usually the case that that is true, but then this AI stuff comes. Okay? It's like AI comes and it's like, hey, you know what? You don't need to work hard anymore. You could just hire AI to do all the stuff for you. So it's just like, I want to show how enticing this is. Let's say like you're a CEO and you have to pay people a whole lot of money, right? You have to pay people a whole lot of money just to keep everything running. And this is money that you could have had, right? This is money that you could have had. You have to give that away. But then suddenly, out of nowhere, this idea of a possible utopia comes. It's like, hey, you know what? AI can do everything for you. The robot can just handle all of the work and it'll be fine, right? But the thing is, like, usually the robot is not able to do it, right? Like, it's not able to do all of the code, or it's not able to debug everything. It's not able to whatever, right? And he doesn't care, right? He doesn't care. It's like all the ideas of like, hey, you know what? You got to hustle, you got to whatever, like go right out the window because the idea of not needing to pay people, not needing to deal with employees is too enticing. Okay? We're all pro hard work, pro hustle. Yeah, you got to wake up early in the morning every day until
Since I
AI
already
comes
have
in
the
as
shadow
this
setup for the
promised
3D model that
utopia,
I
right? Like, dude, AI can, you don't need to pay it money. You don't need to, go to 9 to 5, right? It's just gonna like somehow magically, if you just find the right way of doing it, it's just somehow gonna make everything passive. You could just work like from your home and it'll manage your entire company for you. Oh my God, there's got to be a way that we could incorporate AI. And I've seen this a lot where people will like fire their entire staff, they'll get rid of everybody. And it's like, hey, you're ruining your company, right? Like, you know that everything is like going on fire. And they're like, yeah, I know that everything is on fire, but I can't let this go. I can't, like, the pain of not having this promised utopia of like, oh my God, bots are gonna run everything, and I could just like essentially live like completely free is just too good of a choice to let go. It's so enticing, and I think this is actually something that happens pretty similarly to weirdly enough, if we're not going to talk about AI CEOs, it happens in the same way with students actually, who get very interested in business. So I don't know if like I'm pretty sure I have like a couple Berkeley Haws and like NYU Stern kids, watching this channel. But like for any of you guys who are like in business school, you may have heard a lot of people being very enticed by this AI like idea of like passive income, right? Like I could just generate a bunch of money that like it just prints money. Okay. So one example of this is like you might have heard this from like a lot of people is like these vending machine companies, right? I'm just drawing a vending machine here. And the ideal thing about a vending machine is that this, like, it's not actually the case, but like this ideally would be fully passive because there's like a trail that goes like this and people will walk around it. There's like traffic, right? And let's say, like, for example, like of all the traffic that walks by, like 2% of people will purchase a drink here, right? So it's like every 2% of people like there'll be a person who like buys something for like $2, right? And so you just do the math. It's like, oh, okay, like I'm getting like like let's say like $200 a month for free or something. Like I don't know. And this is very attractive because what people will think is like, oh my god, if I just set these up, right? If I just somehow set this up in the right space, like here, 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 or something, right? Then I will essentially have achieved like utopia. I don't need to work ever again. All I need to do is just go to these places, collect money, and that's it. But there will be people who sometimes pop this bubble, right? They're like, well, it's not really true because you have to you have to maintain the electricity, right? What is this even plugged into? And it's like, you also got to buy the snacks that are inside too. Because what if they ran out? They ran out of drinks, they ran out of snacks. You got to go out to like purchase your whatever, right? Like you got to go to like a Sam's Club or you got to go to a Costco and you got to purchase all the items there and then refill it. So it's like, oh, is it really passive? Not really, right? And so people are like, well, no, like there's got to be a way. There's got to be something else that's passive, right? What about AI? Can I just use this is a really common one, right? People will say like, can I use AI to make AI slop videos where I essentially do absolutely nothing? And it's like, well, the reality is that you can get kind of popular with AI and YouTube. It's just that there's probably going to be some kind of creativity that you need to implement in one point or another because YouTube's algorithm is not like steady for a long period of time, right? So it's like, well, I don't want that, right? I want something that's going to be like a perfect exploit, right? It's got to be an infinite money glitch, right? Like, what are we talking about here, right? So this happens all the time where we just want that one thing that will make us free. And I understand it. I really, really understand it because, God, like people, they study for long periods of time every single fucking day. They work themselves to the bone. And so the moment that like something pops up, whether it's like AI or like some other like, tool or whatnot, right? Like these are so attractive. These are so attractive because like the idea that you could just live free, it's like, wow, like it's possible. Is it really possible? Even if it's not possible. And I want to go back to like this, right? Like let's go back here. Like look at all of this, right? What are they promising? Usually what will happen in a lot of these videos is people will say, "Hey, I'm going to give you a couple of ideas," right? And it's usually like something that you could read off of Google, right? It's like, "Oh, the first couple options that I read off Google were like Pomodoro and like, oh, you might have ADHD, so you probably have to get a diagnosis, whatever," right? It's literally just like Wikipedia. And that might be the case, but you'll still look for something more. You'll still look for something that'll be better. Um, I'll even try to illustrate what eventually happens in terms of studying and work like this, okay? So you start off like this. Actually, I'm gonna make this a little, let's bring them here, okay? So it starts off like this. And let's say like you wanna get to the end. And this is like the beginning, okay? I will find this journey very, very laborious. So what I'll do is I will make a detour to a video, okay? Maybe even like my video. And in this detour, you're gonna look for a thing that'll be a shiny object. It's like, oh my God, can I find a shiny object that'll just somehow allow me to skip over all of this? I could just jump past all of the suffering, right? And it's like, maybe, but the video doesn't really cover it, but it does recommend you to another video. Oh shit. Well, does that video lead to it? Not really, but it does lead you to other recommended videos. And then maybe that video recommends another video. And then of that, like it kind of branches off. You get distracted. It leads to another and another, right? And then of here, of here, of here, of here, of here, right? It's like, oh shit. This is not anywhere close to getting to the end. It looks like it is. It looks like it is, but it's not. The problem of, like study smart, not hard, or work smart, not hard, is that it emulates the idea of being productive when it really isn't. Because you're not getting anywhere closer. It's like, okay, I'm gonna find another more valuable method. Oh, I just discovered Pomodoro. Okay, where are we now? We're still here, right? Okay, we're gonna start finding other stuff. Spaced repetition, right? Oh, that's really cool. Where are we now? We're still here. Okay, we're gonna try to do something else. Okay, let's try to see if there's another thing that'll help optimize and help optimize and help optimize. Where are you now? Where are you now? You're nowhere closer to the actual end, right? In order to actually get to the end, there's got to be at one point or another a moment where you concede that you have to do some of the work. Okay? That's why study smart, not hard, or work smart, not hard usually doesn't work. You keep trying to look for a better strategy. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. And you have to concede to the idea that even if you have a very hyper efficient method, I'm 50% more efficient, 75% more efficient, 85% more efficient, you still have to bite the bullet. There's a bullet at the end of this that you have to bite, and you're not biting it. Okay? So, another way of interpreting this is that the mind will be incapable of handling this because of greed. All right? It's greed because it always wants more. It always wants more. I don't want to waste my time with some hold on here, let me show you. I don't want to waste my time with some bum ass bullshit like this, like having to work and having to do all this crap. There's got to be a faster method, right? There's got to be a super giga fast strategy, right? Think of art, for example, right? This is a classic one for any of you guys who are artists. You might have heard from a lot of people. They're like, oh, you know what? If I want to be like a famous concept artist, or I want to be like really good at illustration, I want to work for like Hoyoverse or something, right? Or any like top studio like that. You might hear people say like, oh, well, you have to get your fundamentals down, you have to make sure that you know how to draw a circle, and you got to make sure you know how to draw a square. And I'm pretty sure that I can like okay, it's gonna sound pretty fucking bad, but I'm pretty sure I could attest that, like, or I can ask any person who is a art like tutorial YouTuber. I don't know if there's any art tutorial YouTubers who are watching this, but like I'm pretty sure I could ask any of them that if you get to the part of your video that talks about drawing cubes and like drawing fundamentals, the like freaking the search algorithm, or not search algorithm, like the audience level just dips, right? They just like immediately leave. It's like, oh, I don't want to like cover this bullshit. Like, right? Like they want to hear about the cool thing that will help them like become an animator or like a really famous like illustrator in about like 2 weeks or something, right? It's like, I want to learn that thing. I want to learn the thing that's going to make me like super smart super quick, right? And this is instantiated on this core idea of greed. I can't afford to waste any more time, right? I can't afford to waste any more time, in the same way that when you're studying, right? And you go back here, right? Like maybe the reason that you're watching this is because you procrastinated so fucking hard that you can no longer afford that. You can't afford to procrastinate anymore. You have to study, but you also can't afford to get a bad grade. Because maybe you have like I don't know, like an angry Korean mom or something, right? And she's gonna like, get pissed at you for getting like a C or something. So it's like, yeah, like I can't afford to fail, but I also can't afford to waste any more time. I'm pushed into this direction. And the same way for your hobbies, like if you want to get really good at art, maybe it's like, oh, you had like 2 or 3 like notebooks that you said you would fill out, and then you never really did because like they just kind of collected dust. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna draw later, I'm gonna whatever, right? And then now it's like, oh, it's the end of the year and I haven't drawn anything. Like I gotta get good fast. I gotta get good fast, right? So it really sucks. Now, this does also bring me to essentially like as close that I can get to a conclusion as I could, right? Or as a solution to this, which is that I think what you need to do is you need to somehow find a way to resist the temptation of greed. Okay? Because greed is so tempting. Greed is going to be like, hey, you don't need to essentially work this hard. You could achieve utopia. You could do all of that kind of crap, right? Like the solution to this is to resist this. And the best way to resist it is essentially to go with a strategy that is probably suboptimal. Okay, so there's like multiple different strategies. There might be like S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier. You just gotta settle for A and B. And it's like, oh fuck. Why would I settle for an A tier or B tier strategy when I can just go for S? Why not just go for S? That's the greedy question. And it's like, because this never exists. Like, it probably does exist somewhere out there, but every time you reach it, you just, you don't actually study. You go for something even better, and then you go for something even better, and then you go for something even better. It just never happens, right? Like, there's got to be a better way that I could learn manga. There's got to be a better way that I can learn whatever, right? It never happens, never happens, it never happens. And you feel so productive for like months and months and months, and then you look back and you're like, wow, I didn't even fucking do jack shit. Right? Like, and I'm pretty sure like there's a lot of other people who probably feel the same way. So yeah. Um, yeah, it's not gonna be easy to do this because you're gonna feel like a total dumbass if you choose something that's like an A or B tier kind of strategy, right? But this is what it will be. That's what it's supposed to be like. You're supposed to feel dumb. You're supposed to feel super super dumb. Even if you're like working out, right? If you're working out in the beginning, you're just doing push pull legs, push pull legs. Oh, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. Maybe I could just watch another video and it'll be like completely more optimal, right? And it's like it just isn't happening, right? So you have to find a way to avoid that. Okay, that's about it that I have to say about this video. I hope that in the college admission sphere, if you guys are writing your essays or brainstorming ideas, that you don't fall for the same trap, because I know that some of you guys are going to be like, oh, there's got to be a better essay topic. There's got to be a whatever. And it's like, the solution is you just got to write, man. You just got to like, even if you're not writing anything on the page for like a long time, you just got to brainstorm for a little while and, like ideas will come. But for the most part, like people just keep doing the same bowl, right? Where they're like, oh, I have to find a better way. It's got to be a better way. They keep looking, they keep scrolling on r/applying to college or whatever, right? Like trying to look for a better strat. So yeah, but other than that, hopefully that helps. If you guys are looking for anything such as mentorship, college admissions advising, college essay help, career advising, so on and so forth, feel free to reach out via email in the description box below. I will be here and I will see you then. Thanks so much.
Okay. This content is not available. Stupid.
it's easier for me to visualize where the light source is. Light rendering is very tricky, especially when you're starting out. But I think the most important thing to learn is how light affects different materials and how it reflects and absorbs light differently. For instance, in this painting, the light source emits light that travels in all directions. And some of this emitted light will directly hit this wooden wall. The reflected light is what you see bouncing off the wall. I know that sounds too technical, which honestly it is, but once you learn more about lighting, it will be easier to understand. Light rendering in digital painting is very important because it is the one defining the form of an object. And it also creates the mood of the scene, and it directs the viewer's attention by highlighting the key areas of the painting. I will also color the tree here as well and some other parts that I haven't colored yet. And so, I'll just continue to add more color rendering to this painting to give this a bit more depth and to balance everything out. I'll also color the cast shadow on the floor to improve the contrast between the light area and the dark area, which again, I already have the shadow set up earlier during the 3D modeling, so it's easier now and more accurate. I will also add a soft light transition to the shadow to make the light appear more brighter and softer. And
Pooping me. Wait, what? How to actually play Black Cat in Marvel Rivals the right way? Wait, he's actually alive? Wait, what? Bro's actually alive? It was like 1 day ago, wow.
The most difficult character they added in the recent roster, having over 10 abilities and a complex ultimate, basically making sure you never touch grass before mastering this bimbo. But what if there is an easy way to play this character, a way only the lazy people figured out, and playing it at the highest level? Well, today I'm going to teach you just that in 3 simple steps. No boring firing range, I'll show you real battle scenarios where you'll learn how to use each of our abilities, and most importantly, throwing away the useless ones to simplify the kit. This part teaches you all the dirty little secrets, which your favorite talking head idiots never even bothered to mention. Next, I'll show you extremely powerful playstyles, covering her combos, movement, and farming those sweet fortunes without breaking a sweat. You're essentially getting the entire blueprint, allowing you to instantly pick and play this character. And finally, I'll teach you how to deal with those pesky counters, and more importantly, tips to fight against them. Remember, you're skipping all the hardest part just by watching this video. Trust the process. Let's begin. The most important aspect of her kit is the fortune management. Without it, you're just a harmless little girl scratching people's faces. But we'll get to that after I speedrun the optimal way to use Black Cat's kit, so buckle up. Her scratches are only used for farming fortune. Other than that, don't ever expect to kill anyone with it. Realistically, when you snuck up on someone or when your team surrounded someone, that's your best bet to farm some free fortune. What you do with your fortune is mostly spend it on claw whips, your primary and the highest source of constant damage. You also possess the most broken ability in the game, the Pursuit, making you damage, displacement, and CC immune, ensuring a massive burst with practically no risk involved. Mobility-wise, you got 2 dashes, making you very difficult to keep track of and giving you enough credit for rolling those combos. Highly suggest that you keep 1 dash to engage and 1 dash to disengage. And at any time you feel like going broke, just snatch some fortune and rinse and repeat. Trust me when I say this, it's all throughout the entirety of the game. The problem is when you open the guild. It slaps you with 6 more abilities that are mostly useless, but are just sitting there just to mess up with your head. Here's what I mean. The first one is the gotcha ability. No need to test your luck in the middle of a fight, just throw it out of the window. The invisibility is probably the most frequently used ability. This one's gonna be your best friend, works exactly like Psylocke. The wall hack is another frequently used ability. Everybody in 2026 likes legal wall hacks, cause why not? The CC bubble, mini portal, and the mobility blocker are super situational abilities that you'll be using to counter a
certain enemy. So as a complete beginner, forget these exist and get the hang of these two for building a strong and a steady foundation to your learning curve. Honestly, that's all the knowledge regarding her kitten abilities. But the next part, this is what's gonna separate boys from men. Fortune management. Okay, I'm gonna make it as simple as possible, so even if someone watching this video possessing only 2 functional brain cells can still find it easy to understand. You got a wallet, hiding somewhere in those massive cakes. Hitting someone with any ability gives you money, but the issue is you also need to spend a massive portion of that money to deal massive amount of damage. Here's how you get paid. Legally. Every time you scratch someone with your primary, you get 50. Hitting the full combo gives you 200. You will be spending most of that money on the claw whips, but there is a sweet refund system that nobody understands. Hitting claw whips gives you 50 cash back, and this stacks with the number of enemies you hit. So the Phantom Pursuit, which is the highest cost ability, becomes half in price, all thanks to this generous refund policy. Most people rarely ever use this, thinking they'll go broke, but you can now politely shat on them with a secret. The last ability is the dash, giving you the exact same amount of money, but for free. And like Claw Whip, the money also stacks by hitting multiple enemies. But this begs the question, why would you ever want to work so hard and risk so much just to earn money? She's a woman. And you know what women do to get rich? They steal money. Forget and bypass every...
Okay, I've drawn these leaves, so let's do one thing. Duplicate this, copy on top of this, and then add. I think I should be adding that. Actually, no, do not apply transformation. Let's do mark and darken or something. Yeah. Now let's try moving them. Okay, and then apply some Gaussian blur. Yeah, something like that. Oh my gosh, and there you go. I made the perfect hux. Bamboo color. And similarly for this also, duplicate it. Clip it, multiply it, and then just move it a little to this side. Does this work? I don't think so.
I will also add a soft light transition to the shadow to make the light color art, and I hope you get something useful. The light is completely blocked and can't illuminate, like the other side of the wood. This
I mean, you know what? Actually, I should do something more simpler.
नमस्ते मेरे भाई, नमस्ते मेरी बहन। पहला चीज जो भूलना नहीं तुम्हें, हमारा गोल क्या है याद करो वापस। 1 करोड़ सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट गोल इस वक्त तुम्हारा होना चाहिए। आने वाले टाइम में 1 करोड़ की तरफ मैं कैसे बढ़ रहा हूँ।
Okay.
पेन उठाओ, कॉपी उठाओ, ऊपर लिखो 1 करोड़, नीचे से शुरू करो और
Yeah, I think I should just add
तुम क्या पढ़ रहे हो, तुम
normal multiply layer.
क्या स्किल है, क्या एक्सपीरियंस है, क्या मूव्स अवेलेबल हैं, क्या चीजें हैं जिनकी बुनियाद पे जिनको फाउंडेशन
Yep.
रख के मैं बिल्ड करके सब थ्योरेटिकल प्लान्स है, लेकिन कैसे रियलिटी को मद्देनजर रखते हुए कैसे पहुंच सकता हूं, कोई धागे जुड़ते भी हैं वहां से, ये शुरुआत होनी चाहिए तुम्हारी, जो जोड़ पा रहा है रास्ता मिल गया, रास्ते
Hard round.
न्यूक योर गोल टेम्पलेट हो गई, बिकम पावरफुल टेम्पलेट हो गई, न्यूक टुडे टेम्पलेट हो गई, इन तीनों को अगर मिला दिया, कोई ऐसा गोल नहीं जिसके पर
Fine line.
जितने हैं नीचे लिखो, सब सक्सेसफुल बनोगे।
Yeah, I think I should use soft round.
वो खाड़ेंगे, उन्हें नहीं रोक सकता कोई, इससे काम नहीं होता। अटैक मोड नीचे दिया, उठा लो, इंश्योर करो कि भाई अचीवमेंट मिलेगा। सिस्टम है, बनाई ही है ताकि तुम अचीव करो सुपीरियर लेवल पे। अब बात करें प्रॉब्लम पे। अब 24 नाइस जॉब है।
What's up, Bihari surname? Also, how is your new Basanti? What's Basanti? That sounds like besan ka aata ka khana or something. Cycle. What? Which cycle are you talking about? Are you talking about periods or monsoon water cycle or something like that? Man. Okay, anyways. Yep. Did I even send you a picture? You know what? Let me send you this one. Amazon. Yeah, I bought it from Amazon actually. And let me show you like what I bought again. Let me send you a picture or something. Wait, where was it? Where are my orders? This is the cycle I bought. Wait a minute, let me open image in new tab, I suppose. Save image, downloads. Ping me again. Look at your YouTube chat. Oh my gosh. Alan Lover, I mean, hello, why don't you look at YouTube chat? Oh god, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Lil Puff. YouTube chat is like non-existent for me at this point, like since there usually is nothing over there, so I simply forget that there is actually even a YouTube chat, because yeah, Twitch chat is like more active in there than YouTube, so that's why. Wait, let me show something. Image, yeah. Browse, downloads. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yep. This is how it looks like, as you can see. This is my new bicycle that I bought yesterday. What do you think about it? Is it fine? कितने का इना है ये यार तू? What? नहीं भाई, आपको खत्म खटना किया जाएगा for ignoring YouTube chat. Lamao. Oh my gosh, I have YouTube chat. Damn. Yes, bicycle. So if you didn't know, my bicycle recently got stolen, and I had major commuting issues. So I decided on like buying a new one. Yep. This is how it looks like. Motorcycle is better. Yes. Well, if you have like even more money to spend on like the rising price in petrol and all, then if you can afford that, then yeah, motorcycle is definitely better. Lag. Wait, what lag? Wait. Can you not see the picture? Khatna is equal to onboarding for TCS, man. You Marathi people like try to bring up new words which are like damn, man. I was supposed to learn it, but then I broke up, so man, I mean I can still learn it, but I think there are some other language that requires priority considering the current location I'm in. So yeah. But yeah, like this is the new bicycle I bought for myself. Okay, let me now remove it. And yeah, I bought it for cheap. You know, this kind of bicycles that I have been looking for like in shops around. And normally I have no idea why they're going for like at least 12,000 to 13,000. This one I bought at literally half the price of that, which is like insane. You know, even my previous bicycle was like supposed to be like double on that, but I bought it for like half the price. The only downside is that it doesn't come pre-assembled. It's like in a package, right? So they are like in different pieces, like the wheels, handles, seats, and everything are like disconnected, and you have to like manually make them all together. So I guess that's probably that one. Don't read this one on stream. Katna is a ceremony where these have their. Okay. Tell me, swordfish, like, what is remaining? The meaning of that one word, like, how many meanings does it even have? Like, how many did you cover? Of how many meanings did you cover? You know, because I think the next moment you're gonna bring up a new meaning of khatna. Oh man. Let me delete this. Where is this? Remove. Yes. Please remove this. So yeah, okay, wait. Bamboo color copy. I think I'm supposed to do it on top of it, right? No, 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 no. Well, actually, yes, I think I should be doing that. Okay, now. Yeah, I think I need to make this like darker. Now it feels like it's making some sense. तू एक बार मिल साले तेरा तो तूता ही उड़ा देंगे. Oh my gosh. Swordfish collaboration soon. Let's go. You purchase this item. Okay. Oh man. Oh yeah, I was talking like yeah. My previous cycle that I bought, it had like some defects on it, like wrong sized screwdrivers, some missing parts and all. And for that I had to go through the pain of spending some extra bucks on like fixing it in a cycle shop. And even after that, like there were still some problems regarding that, but now I bought this cycle and it turned out to be good. Like even there were some probably like a few parts which are like second hand. I mean, it looked like they were second hand, like, or probably like used before. But then this one that I bought one recently, every parts were like completely brand new, which was like unexpected considering I read a lot of reviews regarding their product. And it's like for 30 to 40% of them were like not really good reviews because they complained about some issues regarding their manufacturing, assembling, and like related stuff. But this one for me, everything went perfectly fine, and I didn't even need to go to some cycle shop to assemble my stuff. I was able to do it by my own self, which is like so convenient for me, man. I assembled my cycle all by myself just by reading through simple instructions. So yeah, and then this is also like a cycle that I wanted it for really, really long term, a geared cycle with disc brakes and all. And yeah, I love it, man. I actually really love it, man. I like how it's going currently. Like, yeah, it's been like 2 days that I've been riding the cycle, and man, commuting has never been so like smooth before. Yeah. I will probably get this one. Oh, Tech Cheese had to a rechargeable waterproof LED cycle for front light. Damn, 300 rupees. Wait, is it expensive or is it cheap? Does it have a battery? Do I have to like connect it to something? What is it? With horn? Wait, it has a horn with it too? Wait, how do you charge it though? I have all kinds of sounds. Okay, it has a lithium polymer battery. It is rechargeable with a USB cool. You can charge from your computer. What? Okay, if I were to buy this LED headlight for my cycle, is it suggesting me to connect it to a computer in order to charge it? Like, seriously? You can charge from your computer any device with a USB port. Wow. Oh yeah. Of course, I'm gonna be like having my computer on my other hand connected and drive my cycle with my other hand. Yeah, that's how it's probably gonna be. Man, wish it had like a dynamo or something like. Had dinner? Yep. Today was a special dinner. I don't know if it was even called lemon rice because it was a very particular kind of rice, you know. You know those kind of rice, it's like they add some leaves, brinjal, and what would they add there? Yeah, kaju kishmish and all. Yeah, like that's what they added over there. It was also like yellow in color, so I think it's a lemon rice, like a special kind of lemon rice, but I didn't really felt like there was lemon in there. I don't know, like I think it's like a completely different kind of rice. I actually there's some puja going on, like there is like a temple near me and there is some like special occasion happening there where they are serving food, and I was like, you know what, I don't feel like cooking stuff. I'll just simply get my food from that place and eat it. So yeah, that's where I had my dinner from. Wait, a saddle seat cushion cover. So yeah, I probably had like, I can say I had like lemon rice, like actual really good lemon rice, man. Autograph bike tire LED light with motion sensor. Keyless helmet lock from helmet lock. I see. Rechargeable. There is nothing like a dynamo or something that's connected to a cycle. I mean, it's not even sold as a separate accessory. I didn't hear Wi-Fi gave issues. Oh, I was saying like there was like some puja going on in a nearby temple. So yeah, there is like lots of stuff there, and during that occasion, they are also like serving some food there. I had my dinner from there only. Like yeah, I was like, if they're already giving some good food there, I don't want to make my food separately. So yeah, I just got some food from there, and the food was like a lemon rice. I don't know what exactly it's called. Like I've ate that kind of rice before somewhere, but I don't know. It's like masala. I mean, it's a rice. It was yellow in color. It had like some, those leaves that they add to sabji for some tastes. I don't know what that's called, but they had those leaves in there, and there are like some kaju kishmish also in there, some brinjal tomato in there, yeah. And rice was also like a little bit yellow in color. I think there was a slight feel to lemon and salt taste in there, so maybe that's lemon rice, but I was not so sure. The lemon in there didn't felt really that strong, so I don't know what is that, but yeah, it was like really good. I had like 2 people worth of that chawal from that place, Lamau. Oh man. So yeah, like and that's where I had my dinner from. Dynamo, bro, it's 2026, not 1918. Then what am I gonna say? Like that, you know, that's something that's like connected to your bike or bicycle. You pedal it, and that pedaling action like actually charges your stuff. What's that called then? Generator. I mean, I could have said generator too, but generator sounds like, like that tuk 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 tuk. What generator one? So yeah, tomorrow also that puja is gonna happen. So let's see. I might eat tomorrow too. Mm, wait, what is this? Oh, this is something you can connect to that. I see. Yeah, I think I need something like this. Arki himself proves he's a Bihari. I know, right? This is that was my perfect jugaad for my dinner. Mm, that's the most hardcore version of jugaad you might have ever heard. Just imagine that. The amount of money I've saved from getting myself a dinner by actually having free food from a temple. That's actually insane, right? Hmm. 5-speed small brush motor for e-bike. Should I even buy this? Hmm. 12 full 6 what nickels. Okay, right. Wait, how do you even put this thing? Oh, free delivery. That thing actually exists. With how are you even supposed to use this though? Tap water flow height wave. Why is that thing even there, bro? Positive terminal, negative terminal. Huh? Wait, how are you supposed to connect it then? Okay. That thing comes out like that. Wait, and how do you connect it to the tire? Wait, you just connect it like that? Wait, what? Huh? You just mount it like this? Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Wait, it just literally sticks to the tire. That's actually. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay. It just sticks to the tire like this, and you simply have to connect the wires to your stuff. Running dynamo to make light. Oh damn. Material durability, not metal, very thin and poor. Huh? It is made of plastic. How much is it for? It's for 700, 800 rupees. Yeah, 800 rupees. Dynamo. But cheap quality plastic material. Wait, it said it was made of aluminum, bro. Metallic body, anodized aluminum body. It said aluminum. Are you serious? What is fucking scam, man? Why do you have to scam like this, bro? Chrome yellow. DC microhertz to tap overflow. And that is what we call scam. I mean, it still does the work, but they said it's made of anodized aluminum. But the review says it's just chrome coated plastic body. Like what? But had cheap plastic quality plastic material easily broken. Gets hot and stop working and starts again when you restart. Wires are very thin in early. It has a good power long. It has 2 million doing. Bro. Yeah, you need to fix it. I say red light would glow, but the front light to check is the same for a book bag. I see how it is. Wait. My eye fell on a particular product. What is it called? Pro Strength Nutrition. Wait, what is it? Okay. 25 grams per. What? 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 Wait, is it real? Wait, fat content is like. Okay, milligrams, they're in milligrams. Wait, it's only for 1000 rupees, and this is like probably the best protein one that I've found till now. 30 grams, 25 grams protein. Are you serious? That's actually insane. Bro. Free delivery Saturday 9. Order within 10 hours and 18 minutes. Look at Insta. I sent something. Okay. Instagram. Oh man. I haven't drawn Gooner art in a while, man. I feel like. Well, that's the reason I'm streaming, bro. And look what I'm doing right now. I'm still working on my previous one. Vintage cycle dynamo. Yeah, that's what exactly I was looking, bro. Chrome metal housing. Wait, is it the same one or the other one? Nickel, chrome and metal housing. Oh, for 750 only. 12 watt. It does it have the same setup? Yeah, it does. Nice. What? It's 4.2 reviews, so there is a lot of positive reviews. Let's see. The ground connections. I had to leave one extra one. Please don't buy, sir. Not a vintage cycle for my dad. And he said it's a bit Latin. Vintage cycle. I think having a vintage cycle is really good. I want a vintage cycle too. But yeah, this one is nice. 746 rupees, I see. Man, those lights look so ugly. Like, what the hell, man? Okay, so. Wait, did I disconnect or something? Nope. Oh. Oh my god. What is this drawing gonna be? Okay. Nice hands. Perfect. Vintage look. Okay. Man. Wait. If I bought like 10 of them, will I be able to produce 120 volts? Wait, if I put like 10 5 generators on front, 5 generators in the back, then probably I can produce 120 volts, which should be enough to charge anything, even my phone. Imagine charging my phone while I'm cycling. That's actually insane. It currently produces 6 watts, so it's gonna be additive, right? Power adds, not stacks one upon another, if I remember my electrical engineering subject. Yeah. Nah, 60 watts. It's 60 watts though. My phone requires like 80 watts of charge, of power to charge. I think I need to add like 20 dynamo to my cycle, but I think at that point I'll be able to feel the weight, so I think that's not a good idea. Also, the one I said can be returned in 10 days. Oh, I see. Okay, but that thing looks really good. How am I gonna connect it to a USB drive though? Now I wonder. Odometer, speedometer, okay. It has a built-in speedometer too. I bought a lock for myself. Wait, let me connect my lock to this. My chabi. I bought a new lock too, so I need to have this thing ready. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Yep. Now it is done. Wait, why is it rusting right now? Huh? I thought it was good enough. Apparently not. Spray bottle. And what else are there? 24 hours hot and cold 1 liter. Oh, I also need like a new water bottle because my current water bottle is broken. Oh, by the way, swordfish. Oh, I also need to send you something. Okay, first let me see this reel over here. She is drawing something sexy. Bro went from ye kya keh raha to Rohit Mehra. Who the fuck is Rohit Mehra? Man. Swordfish has been smoking random names out of nowhere for some reason nowadays. Ooh, that's hot. Okay, that's hot. Damn. Okay, that was hot. That was hot. Oh my gosh. Let me save this so that I can use it for later. Oh yeah, Swordfish, check this one out. I think I found an even better rutile alternative. Wait, oh yeah, I forgot to check. I mean, I saw it by the ingredients. Like, damn, it's like almost 90% protein instead of like the usual 30 or 40%, which is like insane. But let me see the reviews, like why? Bad in quality 6 gram protein. Wait, what? Wait, what? 6 gram protein in one scoop? Wait, didn't it say in the label it had like 25 grams out of 30 grams? और कोई मिल गया bro, you don't remember oh oh okay. Okay, now I remember. Jadoo. Also, what kind of water bottle you need? Not near right now. I am like completely fine. I already have a water bottle. It's just that the cap is broken and I have to like fix it. Wait, but ये भड़वा पका है ते देखता होगा. Bhai, that protein looks hella sus. Exactly, that's what I'm checking right now. Like 25 grams in 30 grams. Is it real? Good quality, no bloating up. It's good for health. What? His protein claims 25 gram of protein in one scoop, but the actual protein is 5.78 grams in one scoop. Wait, what? Very bad. I had health issues. Damn, what? If I'll send money for cello unbreakable bottle. Get those. Huh? Cello unbreakable bottle? What even is that? And why? My bottle is completely fine though. Very bad at fake brand. After lab test, only 6 gram protein per servings, but company claims 25 grams. Wait, so actual content is a lie. It's 1 kilogram, but it's actually false. Wait, what? Damn. Wait, it's a literal scam at this point. Why is no one reporting it? Like, why is it shown over here then? It should have been taken down before. Hmm. Hmm. Also, do you find that Pradhan Mantri protein? Mm, oh, no, still not found yet. Best tasting. No doubt taste is chocolate because I'm drinking dirt. I don't know how it is for authentic. Or the pictures not measurable. Very good product. Gave it a 2 star. Lamau. Man, these people like simply likes to make other people suffer. Yeah, that's the kind of person he is. Okay. There is some issue, but actually this is fine. Yeah, man. Oh, the topic and literally went to like cycle, cycle parts, and then now protein. Lamau. The most underrated. Oh man, wait, I feeling thirsty. I need to go hydrate. Okay, let's continue with what we were doing right now. Yeah, we're darkening this area, right? Hmm. Yeah, I need to like make short strokes over here. Okay, and also, yeah, I guess it's fine now. Man, this bamboo reminds me of Minecraft. Now I feel like playing Minecraft. But no, enough playing. Your rent is due. I need money to pay my rent. I mean, I can already pay rent, but if entire money goes to paying rent, then what am I gonna eat then, Lamau? Okay. Going to eBay, people want to give you money. Mm. Ooh, monster truck. Why? The fuck happened to the monster truck, bro? Mm. Wait, where's that mod? I need to find that mod. Wait, what is it? Add option to FNT. Lamau. Wait, someone already modded this? That's actually insane. Okay, this is how it looks like. Wait a minute. Prevent transparency. Yeah, not enough of our mods have come up. What is this? Oh, man. Wait, did they remove that mod? That's actually insane, Lamau. Hmm. Put the critics. What is this? Oh, sheesh. Man, so nice. Wait, I had to open up something and see. Battle.net, Lamau. At this point, you probably know what is it when I mention Battle.net. Okay, about the environment. Update. There is an update for this, really? April 10th. Ends in 24 hours. Wait, what?
Never had a girlfriend. Why I keep hitting the same wall of one-sided investment? यानी कि भैया हमेशा एक तरफा प्यार होता रहता है। इस वक्त भी एक लड़की से इंटरेस्ट है। I'm genuinely tired of not being able to control my emotions. Why is this happening and how to control it? तो यहाँ पे भाई इसको जनरलाइज करके जितने भी लड़के हैं जो इस चक्कर में फंसे हैं उन सब की बात करते हैं। तो जितनी भी पॉसिबिलिटीज एग्जिस्ट करती हैं उन सब पॉसिबिलिटीज को कैसे ओवरकम करेंगे इस पे बात करेंगे भाई। एक वीडियो जो सारी चीजों का उत्तर देगा फाइनली। पहला, 3 डोमेन में हम इसको डिवाइड कर सकते हैं और 3 डोमेन से दे सकते हैं। अट्रैक्शन के 3 डोमेन क्या हो सकते हैं? फिजिकल, आपको जिस भी इंसान से प्यार हुआ है ऐसा तो है नहीं कि भाई आपने उसको पट्टी बांध के देखा है, उसकी सिर्फ आवाज सुनी आज तक। जब भी मिले उस इंसान से आपको बस चरित्र पहले जाना, आपने उसके साथ बैठे और फिर आपको हुआ कि ये तो साथ में रहने लायक इंसान है। ऐसा तो हुआ नहीं। पहले क्षण को भी अगर मिली सेकेंड्स में विभाजित करो, तुम्हारा अट्रैक्शन वही चालू हो गया। तुमने बस अब उसके ऊपर बिल्ड किया है। रियलिस्टिक थ्योरी ये होगी कि तुम्हें पहले क्षण में ही ये इंसान पसंद था, तो तुम सिलेक्टिवली एक्चुअल में इकट्ठा किए हो वो मटेरियल उस इंसान के बारे में, जो भी तुमने पर्सनालिटी ट्रेट्स लिखे हैं अपने दिमाग में, वो सिलेक्शन बायस से ही आए हैं। या तो कंफर्मेशन बायस से या क्राइटेरिया में ही सिलेक्शन बायस था। क्योंकि ब्रेन को अट्रैक्शन को और बुलंद करने के लिए रीजंस चाहिए थे, तो उसने जो ढूंढना था ढूंढ लिया। हाथ कितने सुंदर हैं, फैशन सेंस कितना सुंदर है, कपड़े इतने अच्छे पहनती है, बाल कितने सुंदर हैं। ब्रेन के लिए ये सारे रीजंस हैं कि तुम्हें और इसके तरफ आकर्षित, प्यार, तुम्हारी फीलिंग्स इंटेंस क्यों होनी चाहिए। क्योंकि ब्रेन बना है भैया बायोलॉजिकल एक स्टैंड पॉइंट से देखो कि तुम एक जीव की तरह, तुम्हारा एक बहुत बड़ा पर्पस है अटैचमेंट सीख करना, एक पेयर सीख करना, एक इंसान के साथ एक पार्टनर ढूंढना। प्रेम तुम्हारी मोर्टालिटी के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है जीवन में, तुम्हारी खुशी के लिए। तो तुम्हारी बॉडी, तुम्हारा ब्रेन, तुम्हारा अनकॉन्शियस वर्क कर रहा है कि तुम्हारे को प्यार हो लोगों से, ताकि मोटिवेशन बढ़े और उसको परस्यू करने की, जो तुम कर भी रहे हो, ताकि हाथ पैर मार के कोई इंसान पा पाओ। सेम चीज पेंगुइन्स भी करती हैं, टेंशन ना लो। प्रेरी वोल्स भी करते हैं, टेंशन ना लो। अब वो सेम चीज को पलट दो अपने पे। पहला प्रश्न पूछो, क्या वो इंसान तुम्हें देख के आकर्षित हो रहा है? ये एंट्री लेवल हम बात कर रहे हैं। एक क्राइटेरिया तो एंट्री लेवल पे ही स्टार्ट होता है ना यार। अगर मैं रूम में बैठा हूं, 40 लोग बैठे हैं, तो दूर से जब तुम्हें कोई इंसान देख रहा है तो उसने क्या महसूस किया? क्योंकि तुमने तो अट्रैक्शन महसूस किया। क्या उस इंसान ने तुम्हें देख के अट्रैक्शन महसूस किया? काफी लोग हैं हो सकता है जो सोचते ना हो, और काफी लोग हो सकता है इसलिए हमारे कल्चर में ना सोचते हो क्योंकि भाई इसको प्रायोरिटी नहीं दी जाती इतनी। हमारे देश में बचपन से ही एकेडेमिया को प्रायोरिटी दी जाती है। कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट, यूट्यूब चैनल्स जो आपके इतने 50,000 भरे हुए हैं, बेटा बेटा मैं 15 करोड़ कमा रहा हूँ साल का, लेकिन बेटा मैं सिर्फ तुम्हारे लिए जी रहा हूँ बेटा। आईआईटी बेटा, आईआईटी जेई बेटा, नीट बेटा। एक माहौल क्रिएट करते हैं। हमारे कल्चर का एक स्पेसिफिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है कि जिंदगी सिर्फ यही है, 12 घंटा बेटा, 8 घंटा बेटा। तो इसमें एक कल्चर क्रिएट हुआ है हमारे देश के अंदर जहाँ पे स्पोर्ट्स, एक्सरसाइज, वर्कआउट, हेल्थ, इन सब के परखच छोड़ गए। तो राइट ऑफ द बैट 17-18 साल में जो आप देख रहे हो बच्चों को, वो देखने में ढांचे लगते हैं या आउट ऑफ शेप हैं। अब अगर ये आपने फाउंडेशन रख दी यूथ की, एक कल्चर की, जहाँ पे भाई 10 साल से ही आपने बच्चों को कहा कि नहीं बेटा स्पोर्ट्स इतनी अभी प्रायोरिटी नहीं है, पढ़ाई ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी है। टेक्निकली दोनों इक्वल प्रायोरिटी होनी चाहिए। पढ़ाई भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है यार। हाँ, ये मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि पढ़ाई मत करो। अगर तुम्हारा गोल है आईआईटी जेई तो वो खराब गोल है, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा यार। स्पोर्ट्स, वर्कआउट, फिजिकली फिट होना इक्वल प्रायोरिटी है फिजिकल डेवलपमेंट की। लेकिन आपने एक टेम्पलेट क्या सिखाई, डेवलपमेंटल ईयर्स में टेम्पलेट सिखाई, कुर्सी में बैठो। कुर्सी में बैठने से क्या होता है, लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ इंडियन लॉन्डे के जिनके हो सकता है भाई बहुत सुंदर होने की जो चांसेस भी थी वो नर्फ हो जाती हैं। आप सिवियरली नर्फ हो गए आपके अट्रैक्शन में। ये जो डेवलपमेंटल ईयर्स में हमने जो कल्चर रख दिया है कि कुर्सी में बैठो और 18 घंटे से 16 घंटे से 12 घंटे पढ़ाई करो इसमें। और ये एक रीजन, इसका एक स्टीरियोटाइप भी है कि भाई कि इंडियन लोग अनअट्रैक्टिव होते हैं। जो भी अनअट्रैक्शन की जो रूट है वो यही है।
Wait, wait, wait.
तो वो
What?
सिवियरली आउट ऑफ शेप है। सिवियरली एक्चुअल वर्ड है, क्योंकि तुम एट द एंड होमोसेपियन हो। इसका जेनेटिक्स से, इंडियननेस से कोई मतलब नहीं है। तुम एक होमोसेपियन हो, एक ऑर्गेनिज्म हो, एक शेर जो कि पूरे जिंदगी में कभी दौड़ा ही नहीं। उसको देखोगे वो आउट ऑफ शेप, भद्दा, घटिया सा ही दिखेगा। बाकी शेर के कंपैरिजन में वो अच्छा नहीं दिखेगा। मैं 1 मिली सेकंड लगेगा आपको कि ये सुपीरियर शेर है, इस शेर के साथ कुछ
Okay.
प्रॉब्लम है।
Dark color.
जो मस्कुलेचर, मसल, बॉडी, सबको जो डेवलपमेंट था वो हुआ ही नहीं, क्योंकि वो शेर सिर्फ पड़ा रहा और खाया उसने। सो आपकी जो पीक शेप है, पीक जॉ लाइन है, बॉडी है, वो डेवलप हुई ही नहीं। तो ये जो हाइपोथेसिस है इंडियन की, वो इंडियन जीन से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, उसके से कोई लेना देना नहीं है। इंडियन जब वर्कआउट करने लग जाता है, अच्छी डाइट कर लेगा, वो सडनली अट्रैक्टिव हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ट्रांसफॉर्म कर गया वो फिजियोलॉजिकली। ऐसी कोई रिसर्च नहीं कि आप मसल गेन नहीं करोगे अगर वर्कआउट नहीं करोगे। तो आप होमोसेपियन हो भाई, करोगे, टेंशन ना लो। जितना नीडेड प्रोटीन है, जितना नीडेड डाइट जो आपको चाहिए, जो चीजें अपनी एडजस्ट करनी है, आप जहां उसको सही कर गए, आप देखोगे आपकी बॉडी बढ़िया हो जाएगी, फैट बर्न होने लग जाएगा, चेहरा बेटर लगने लग जाएगा। सो पहला मेरा प्रश्न तुम सबसे एंट्री लेवल पे यही है, जब एंट्री लेवल पे दूर से कोई इंसान देखता है, रिगार्डलेस ऑफ तुम्हारी हाइट, दोस्त, तुम्हारा एक जो आउट ऑफ 10 वर्जन हो गया वो हो गया हाइपर एग्जैजरेटेड वर्जन। उसके कंपैरिजन में क्या तुम 5 हो एटलीस्ट? अगेन मैं तुम्हारी आउट ऑफ 10 रेटिंग नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ,
Oh man.
मैं पूछ रहा हूँ
How am I supposed to draw this? Blades of grass over here. I think I should change something over here.
वहां तो हम कभी नहीं पहुंच सकते, बट उससे अगर 5 पॉइंट्स
Where is it?
तुम वहां पे हो जिसको
Brush texture. Wait, was it in texture spraying?
अट्रैक्टिवनेस के अंदर ही
Oh, standing and end, starting and ending.
हाइजीन, फैशन, अपनी
That's gonna be a starting only ending.
के बाल एक्चुअल में
Actually,
या फिर आप 3 महीने में एक बार बाल कटवाते हो, आपकी दाढ़ी उगी भी है। मैं देखता हूँ इंडियंस में खासकर एक आदत होती है, उल जलूल गंदी सी घास जैसी दाढ़ी उगा के बैठे होते हैं, जैसे पता नहीं उनको लग रहा है बहुत कूल चीज है। दिल से यहाँ पे मैं भाई की तरह एक ऑनेस्ट एडवाइस,
I think I need a
जैसे
grass brush. Let me see.
सर्वाइवर हो और तुम्हें 3 महीने से एक जंगल में तुम फंसे हुए हो, वो दाढ़ी ऐसी लगेगी क्योंकि वो ग्रूम्ड नहीं है, दाढ़ी में कोई शेप नहीं है, दाढ़ी में ऑयलिंग नहीं है। वो इंसान बस दाढ़ी उगा रहा है, उसको लगता है मैंने बस उगा ली, ये इनफ है। यहाँ पे इंसान के बाल उगे हुए हैं, दाढ़ी उगी भी है। आप एक सिंपल चीज क्या कर सकते हो, आप गूगल कर सकते हो
Premium. Okay, that's premium though.
जिसे आप अट्रैक्ट
Wait.
आप देखोगे जिन्होंने दाढ़ी भी बढ़ा रखी है, उनकी दाढ़ी कितनी शेप में होगी। आपको
15 Photoshop brushes.
ड्रेक टाइप कर लो, मेरे ख्याल से उसकी कभी कभी दाढ़ी होती है। आप देखोगे जब भी वो बाहर है, कहीं पे भी है, ग्रूम्ड है। आपकी चॉइस कुछ भी हो,
Windrar.
लेकिन मेंटेनेंस होनी चाहिए।
Let me see if this works.
कितने सिख लोग होते हैं, सरदार जो होते हैं, उनकी लंबी दाढ़ी होती है, बहुत सुंदर होती है, आपने देखी है। क्यों? वो ग्रूम कर रहा है इंसान।
Grass, DeviantArt, foliage brush set.
साफ है, जेन्युइनली लगता है कि
A foliage brush set.
गंदी सी दाढ़ी नहीं
Brush. Oh yeah, I want this.
जिंदगी में आपने देखा है दाढ़ी उग रही है बस। मोस्ट लोग जिनके साथ आप रूम आपको पता है जीरो ग्रूमिंग है इनकी दाढ़ी में।
Give me.
दाढ़ी में पता नहीं कितने करोड़ लेवल का बैक्टीरिया कर सकते हो तुम। दाढ़ी अगर साफ नहीं करोगे उसमें वो फेस्टरिंग ग्राउंड है बैक्टीरिया का। आप बाल कब कटवाते हो? जब कतई टाइम आ गया है बाल कटवाने का, या फिर जो आपका हेयर कट है उसको मेंटेन करने का। दोनों अलग चीजें हैं भाई। कितने लोग अगेन इंडिया में बाल कट
This account will be with email address. Try logging with your username and password instead. Wait, what?
उसको कोई लेना देना नहीं है। उसका लेना देना है कि हाइजीन में जब चीज बद से बदतर हो गई है तब आ गया कि हम उसको कटवा के एक बेसलाइन पे ले आते हैं और फिर हम उसको छोड़ देंगे वैसी। कोई स्टाइलिंग नहीं है, कोई इसके पीछे इंटेंशन नहीं है। जब वो डेग्रेडेशन लेवल पे वापस आ जाएगी कि मैक्सिमम हो गई, अब फिर एक हेयर कट होगा।
Wait, why I'm not able to log in though?
जो जेन्युइनली बताया आपका थॉट प्रोसेस यही है।
Yes, one moment please.
डेग्रेडेशन प्रोसेस मैक्सिमाइज हो चुका है। अब तो बहुत उग गए हैं, गंदे हो गए, उलझुल हो गए, संभाले नहीं जा रहे, ऐसा थॉट प्रोसेस आपका। तब आप जा रहे हो यार पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से आप जाते हो जब आपका जो भी कट है, हेयर स्टाइल है, जो भी है, आप उस मेंटेनेंस के लिए जाते हो। मेरे पुराने वीडियोस में भी जा सकते हैं लोग, या तुम्हारे गैंगस्टर पर्सपेक्टिव के वीडियो में चले जाओ। जब मेरे बाल ये इतने लंबे थे तो भी देखो कितने मेंटेन्ड और शाइनी है। क्यों है? क्योंकि मेंटेन कर रहा हूं मैं।
Oh, wait, let me try to log in again.
खोल देता हूं अपना सिर्फ हेयर स्टाइल दिखाने के लिए और रैंडम खोलूंगा। ये 6 महीने पुराना वीडियो है।
Are you listening to him, Shweta, or something? Yup.
अब इन बालों को
I am listening to Gang War.
छोटे बाल हैं,
Uh,
शाइन है, ये सब है, क्यों है?
log in. Continue with Google.
देख सकता है तो तुम एक चीज देखोगे, यहाँ पे कट है, यहाँ पे भी कट है, होठों के ऊपर देखो एक हल्का सा तुम्हारा पूरा एक शेप दी रखी है, और देख सकते हैं हम लोग यार। अब यहाँ देखो भाई, तुम एक चीज देखो, एक वेट लुक है ना, क्यों है? ग्रूमिंग है ना, क्यों? किसके पीछे भाई? फोकस करो तो।
Lama. Add your if and choose a password. Okay, I need to make a new password then.
पूरी तुम्हारी बनी हुई है। रैंडम वीडियो खोले मैंने, ग्रूमिंग दिख रही है पूरी, तुम्हें एक लाइन दिख रही है। यानी कि
Strong password.
होठों के ऊपर तुम ये लाइन देख सकते हो।
Let me choose this name.
थोड़ा सा छोड़ रखा है,
Date of birth.
गीले नहीं एक्चुअल में, प्रोडक्ट लगा रखा है। ये पूरे दिन अब ऐसे ही रहेंगे, वाटर सॉल्युबल प्रोडक्ट है।
Join. Let's go.
भाई अगर कमिट करना है तो कमिट करो, ताकि अच्छे तो दिखो, क्लीन दिख रहा है ना इंसान।
Try logging in.
गोजिरा गोजिरा तो अनचेन्ड प्रेडेटर। भाई यही म्यूजिक सुनते हैं, अब क्या कर रहे हैं? और खोल सकते हैं रैंडम भाई, तुम और क्या लोगे भाई?
Wait, yeah.
एक और वीडियो खोल दिया, सेम चीज देखो। देखो दाढ़ी की क्लीन लाइन दिख रही है, ये तुम्हें क्लियर दिख रहा है, ट्रिम।
Username.
समझो भाई, बाल तुम्हें क्लियरली देख सकते हो। यहाँ पे मैं इतने गहराई लेवल पे क्यों बात कर रहा हूँ? बात है इंटेंशनैलिटी की।
Wait, I'm not able to log in, bro.
समझ सकता हूँ कल्चरली आपसे ये सब हो सकता है, किसी ने कभी बात करी ना हो, और आप हो सकता है बहुत ज्यादा 40 में समझो।
Oh, okay.
हो सकता है आप एक दिन भाई अटैक।
What is my DeviantArt password? I don't remember at all.
लग जाती है तुम्हारी जॉब, लग जाती है सिंगापुर में, तुम 35 के हो, अर्न कर रहे हो भाई तुम लेट्स से करोड़ों में, तो तुम कह रहे हो भाई 15।
Okay, my password is wrong.
अपर मिडिल क्लास रह रहा हूँ मैं।
Let's try this password then.
लेकिन तुम जब बाहर निकलते हो, तुम्हारी सैलरी,
Oh, I logged in.
तुम्हारे कपड़े अच्छे हो गए हैं, लेकिन तुम दिखने में अभी भी तुम वो अपग्रेड ही नहीं कर पा रहे हो। और वो जो जंप है तुम्हारा दिखने में, जैसे तुम दिख रहे हो, तुम्हारी ग्रूमिंग से लेके फैशन सेंस से लेके ये बाल दाढ़ी, ये चीजें जंप
Man, so much AI slog.
ऑब्जर्व करने में कि ये
What
सब
the
लोग
hell?
कर रहे हैं कंपैरेटिवली, कि भाई ये जैसे लोग ग्रूम्ड है मेरे अराउंड, सब बाय द वे, सबकी सब, मैं नहीं हूं। इनकी दाढ़ी हमेशा परफेक्ट होती है, जितने भी मेरे साथ काम करते हैं कोवर के जितने।
Oh no, it's not AI slog.
इनके बाल
He actually made it.
भूसा निकला हुआ है, दाढ़ी ऐसे कहीं भी जा रही है। जब जिम जाता हूं मैं, खेलने जाता हूं मैं, कुछ भी तुम कर रहे हो, साइकिलिंग कर रहा हूं मैं, देख रहा हूं लोग ग्रूमिंग में सेट हैं। कितने लोग तुम्हारे अराउंड तुम देखोगे महीने में 2 हेयर कट करवा रहे हैं, क्योंकि वो हेयर कट करवा रहे हैं हेयर स्टाइल मेंटेनेंस के लिए। तो वो सिंपल एक ट्रिम के लिए जा रहे हैं, हल्के से आउट ऑफ स्टाइल जाने लग गए, वो जाके
APR file. Okay.
2 हफ्ते के लिए वापस सही है, उनको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। और ये सब चीजें जो मैं अभी बता रहा हूँ, इसलिए मैं इतना टाइम ले रहा हूँ कि मे बी ये चीजें
Okay, now let's try to import this.
ओके हाइजीन उसमें 40 के हो जाओ, और तुम्हें यहाँ पे हो सकता है इंडिया में कोई ना सिखाए, क्योंकि मुझे किसी ने नहीं सिखाया। मैं बहुत जेन्युइन बात बता रहा हूँ, और मैं जितने लोगों के साथ बैठा वो भी नहीं कर रहे थे।
Import. How do I import it though?
बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ बैठा हूँ, बहुत
Import subtool. Okay.
कोई कर रहा हो तो आप सोशलाइजेशन से नहीं सीखते हो यार। यहाँ के बिलियनर जितने सब हैं, इनको भी देख लो ना यार। इंडिया के जितने तुम्हारे बड़े यूट्यूबर भी हैं, इनको भी देख लो भाई। मैं एक बहुत जेन्युइन बात बता रहा हूँ, मोस्टली आउट ऑफ शेप है सबकी सब। वीडियो से पहले आई थिंक ये लोग नहा लेते हैं, पर्टिकुलर स्टाइल, हेयर स्टाइल कुछ नहीं रख रहा। एक
Okay.
टैग है जो अपना भाई है, बट एक वही है, लेकिन उसका काम ही है कि उसको मेंटेन करना है, वरना तुम उसको नहीं देखोगे। बट एक चीज समझो ना, उसमें पीछे उसको अगर हटा दो और फिर तुम एक रेंज देखो यूट्यूबर की, शायद महेश तुम्हारा हो गया, थगेश जो हो गया, वो थोड़ा सा मेंटेन रहता है और आई थिंक जिम भी जाता है वो, पर उसके अलावा कितने नाम आएंगे
Yep.
तुम्हारे दिमाग में? तुम डायरेक्ट जाओगे फिटनेस इन्फ्लुएंसरों पे ही, और फिटनेस अगेन वही
Wait,
nature है,
Gum Road?
कि उनका काम ही है भाई, उन्हें दिखना है अट्रैक्टिव, वरना तुम खरीदोगे नहीं उनसे चीजें। और हो सकता है वो भी तुम्हें ये चीज ना सिखाए,
Name a
तुम्हें
fair
क्या पता,
price.
तुम्हें हो सकता है भाई बहुत लंबा टाइम लगे जंप मारने में, और जिसकी वजह से तुम एक बहुत हद तक कंपैरेटिवली अनअट्रैक्टिव देखा जाओ। इन चीजों में बाय द वे एफर्ट नहीं है। बहुत सारे लोग होंगे कहेंगे भाई तो एक्स्ट्रा चीज है, इतना कौन सोचे। ये सोचने वाली बात है ही नहीं, कोई एफर्ट नहीं है। महीने में एक बार बाल कटवाने में कोई एफर्ट नहीं लग रहा, दाढ़ी को ट्रिम करने में अगर हर 2 दिन में करनी पड़ी, हर 3 दिन में करनी पड़ी है, कि
Stairs.
क्लीन हो, सुंदर लगे, तुम प्रेजेंटेबल लगो। और ये बात मैं बहुत पहले कर चुका हूँ, इस पे भरपूर research हुई है।
Verify.
में लोग जज करते हैं तुमको बाय द वे अट्रैक्शन के बेसिस पे। ये ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी में भारी मात्रा में एक्सप्लोर्ड है, तो अट्रैक्शन से बहुत फर्क पड़ता है।
Brush files.
एटलीस्ट लाइक YouTube वीडियोस में मैं एक बात बताऊं, हो सकता है आप कहो कि आपके बाल इस वक्त कैसे लग रहे हैं, ये सिर्फ YouTube के लिए ही है। ये हेडफोन की वजह से बाल खोल के बैठा हूं, मैं जब भी बाहर होता हूं मैं सिर्फ पोनीटेल में होता हूं।
Safe.
मेरे हमेशा बाहर हेयर
Safe.
परफेक्टली नीट लगता है, क्योंकि सब कुछ टाइड
Okay, download it. Let's go.
टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट। और जिस इंसान को इंप्रेस करना है मुझको, मेरी बीवी भाई उसको बहुत पसंद है, तो
Wait, what is this brush? What?
बाकी मैं ग्रूमिंग सब करता हूँ, हाइजीन ग्रूमिंग सब मैं मेंटेन रखता हूँ, क्योंकि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है यार। इंटरपर्सनल अट्रैक्शन में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। अगर आपके मुंह से महक आ रही है, आपको
Ooh.
आपसे 4 कदम दूर हो जाएगा। अगर आपके शरीर
The
से स्मेल आ रही
fuck?
है, आपके कपड़ों से स्मेल आ रही है, बहुत सारे लोग
Ooh.
नहीं चेक किए, जो भी आपकी टी शर्ट है,
Not bad.
उसको पहली बार जब पहना था उस पे पसीना आ गया दबा के, और हो सकता है आप रियलाइज ना करो, आपने फिर से पहन लिया, आपके शरीर से बदबू नहीं आ रही, बट वो टी शर्ट महक रही है। हो सकता है जीन्स महक रही हो आपकी, आपने कभी सोचा नहीं, क्योंकि आप जीन्स पहनते रहते हो रोज, अब उसमें आ रही है महक, तुम्हारे मोजों में से महक आती है। कितने लोग घरों में जाते हैं, किसी के जूते उतारते, पूरा घर की धज्जियां उड़ जाती हैं। आदमी हो सकता है कितनी बार बोल भी देता हूँ भोसड़ी के
A long time ago.
मार रहे हैं, इसकी हद नहीं है। इसके दो मतलब हो सकते हैं, या तो मोजे तुमने गंदे पहने में, या फिर लेट्स से कभी कभी होता है 5 घंटे चले हम बाहर, तो साफ
Unzip me. Okay.
सामने वाला जो है उसके मोजे भी बास मार रहे होंगे, तो वहां तो ये मोजों को तुम्हें तुरंत पानी में डाल देना चाहिए और थोड़ा सा डिटर्जेंट डाल के छोड़ दो।
Grass, jungle, deciduous trees.
तुमको ग्रीन टी के बैग जो होते हैं रात भर के लिए रख दो।
Wait, how do I import it though?
ये सॉल्यूशन है, क्योंकि वो मॉइस्चर सोक कर लेता है, तो जितनी बास होगी वो सोक कर लेगा। और भी घर के बहुत सारे नुस्खे
Open this. Open up your subtool panel. You can make a subtool photo for each category if you wish.
छोटी चीजें कि मैं क्यों टी शर्ट सोचूं, मैं क्यों सोचूं हुडी,
Open up your subtool panel.
भाई तुम्हारे रील्स लोग तुम्हें
Wait, what?
करें, जो कि डिपेंड करता है तुम्हारे प्रमोशन, तुम्हारा फ्रेंड सर्कल, तुम्हारा सोशल सर्कल, लोग तुम्हें बुलाएंगे कि नहीं बुलाएंगे, सोशल इवेंट्स, ये सारी चीजें होती हैं। सोशल नेटवर्क, अरे रिश्ते तो बनाने हैं ना लोगों से, भाड़ में तुम अगर
Drag each sort into.
बनाने हैं ना। अगर तुम ग्रूम्ड हो, जो बातें मैं बोल रहा हूँ, अगर ये इंसान कर ले, मैं इतना लिख के दे रहा हूँ, लोग तुम्हें ज्यादा बैठाएंगे अपने।
You can make a subtool photo for each category if you wish.
दिमाग में अगर कोई इंसान ग्रूम्ड है, अच्छा स्मेल करता है, कपड़े नीट होते हैं, पता नहीं क्यों आपका मन करता है कि हाँ इसको बुलाओ ना, उसको पता भी नहीं, ये इम्प्लिसिट चीजें हैं, इसीलिए इतना टाइम खर्चा कर रहा हूं मैं बताने में। सिर्फ लड़की तक सीमित नहीं है ये। तो अभी 2 बातें करी हमने मोटे मोटे में, इतने लंबे वीडियो में ऑलरेडी। आउट ऑफ शेप और हाइजीन, महक, ग्रूमिंग। आउट ऑफ
No.
सोल्यूशन है, घर में अगर हो पाए कोई एक हैवी चीज रख लो। सबसे बेटर सोल्यूशन बता दे रहा हूँ, डंबल क्या हो जाता है, घर में पड़े होंगे तो बहुत सारे हो जाएंगे, समेट ना पाओ, एक केटल बेल ले लो। अगर कभी वर्कआउट नहीं किया तो भाई 15-16 किलो की लो, लड़के हो अगर तो, और लड़की हो तो 8 किलो लो। अगर वर्कआउट करते हो तो एक 20 से 24 किलो के बीच में जो भी तुम्हारा
Type materials.
वो कर लो। केटल बेल वर्कआउट से तुम स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग भी कर सकते हो कंसिडरेबली।
Okay, wait, let me.
शेप में तो तुम्हें ले आएगा।
Deciduous trees.
20 मिनट्स केटल बेल।
No, I cannot drag it in here.
रेट तुम्हारा वो इस लेवल पे ऊपर ले जाता है, यानी कि क्या होगा, फैट बर्न होगा भयंकर लेवल पे। कार्डियो है भयंकर, लाइक फंक्शनल स्ट्रेंथ बिल्ड होती है, और वो इजी टू कीप है, तुम कहीं भी उठा के उसको कोने में रख सकते हो। एक केटल बेल है।
SUT.
वर्कआउट के लाइफस्टाइल में एंटर करो, क्योंकि तुम एक भारी चीज उठा रहे हो, और लेट्स से तुम भैया गॉबलेट स्क्वाट कर रहे हो, टांगे मोटी हो रही हैं तुम्हारी, पहली बार देख रहे हो।
No, I did not want to add like this, bro. And delete subtool, yeah, thank you.
स्नैच करो और एक आर्म से 20 किलो भाई कम से कम 3-4 बार करो, ऊपर करके एक पूरा स्क्वाट मारो, देखो भाई तुम्हारे शरीर में कैसा महसूस होता है। या फिर सिंपल जाओ यूट्यूब पर टाइप करो केटल बेल।
Okay, import subtool group.
50 आ जाएंगे जो तुम्हारे साथ कर रहे होंगे। कोशिश करो पूरा करने की, एक बिगनर चुके हो। केटलबेल की औकात है
Wait, how to even add this?
पेट तो फ्लैट कर दे, बॉडी दिखने लग जाए कि मसल सारी हल्की हल्की। हाइपरट्रोफी ट्रेनिंग इतना नहीं आएंगी, बॉडी बिल्डिंग नहीं कर रहे हो क्योंकि तुम एथलेटिक लगने लग जाओगे। एथलीट्स कभी बॉडी बिल्डर
Subtool group settings.
यहाँ पे एक चीज समझना, जाओ मैग्नस जो रॉक क्लाइंबर है उसका वीडियो है
Subtle settings. Nope.
ह्यूमन ऑन द प्लैनेट पे, जो इंसान ओलंपिक जीता हुआ है, अल्ट्रा मैराथन, कोई ऐसा स्पोर्ट्स जिसमें उसने धज्जियां नहीं उड़ा
Add from default.
जिसका हाईएस्ट VO2 मैक्स भी है, तुम्हारे को शॉक लगेगा।
Nope.
ये है दुनिया का सबसे फिट आदमी। फिट लोग बॉडी बिल्डर नहीं दिखते। एक चीज समझना, VO2 मैक्स जो मार्कर हो गए, कार्डियो रेस्पिरेटरी फिटनेस जिसे कहते हैं, जो स्विमिंग कर रहा है भयंकर लेवल पे, जो रनिंग कर रहा है भयंकर लेवल पे।
Wait, how do I import this?
मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि भाई आपको ऐसे ही दिखना है, या ये फोटो थोड़ी सी एग्जैजरेटेड भी है,
Import subtool.
इससे बहुत बेहतर दिख रहा है वो, बट बहुत ही फिट इंसान दिखेगा।
Subtool group settings.
एथलेटिक दिखो भाई, तुम अगर घर पे हो,
Grass photoshoot.
पूरा मत मानना, यहाँ पे जितने लोग देख रहे हैं, कम से कम उसको फील होना चाहिए कि उठा तो सकता है।
Wait, how do I add this though?
देख के फील आनी चाहिए, ये तुम्हारा गोल होना चाहिए। तुम्हारी गर्लफ्रेंड को देख के लगे कि हाँ भाई ये मुझे उठा सकता है आराम से। मैं नहीं कह रहा उसको बोलो, उसको बताओ, उसको कहो कि मैं ये करूंगा, उसको ये एक अनकॉन्शियस फीलिंग आनी चाहिए कि ये इतना स्ट्रांग है। ये एक अनकॉन्शियस मार्कर है टर्न ऑन का, अराउजल का। फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ एक बहुत बड़ा मार्कर
Open up CS Pen, open up your subtool panel.
करते हैं फिजिकली स्ट्रांग लोगों को।
Yeah, of course it's open.
ये सब चीजों से क्यों भाग रहे हो भाई?
You can add a subtool folder for each category if you wish.
उठ के थोड़ा सा कार्ब्स खाओ ताकि थोड़ी एनर्जी आए बॉडी के अंदर। थोड़ा
And to load the brushing.
एक घंटे बाद एक 20 मिनट का केटलबेल वर्कआउट करो, उसमें पढ़ने जाओ। जब ब्रेक लेना हो 15 मिनट का, भाई HIIT वर्कआउट कर लो। एक थकोगे नहीं, ब्रेन में ऐसे न्यूरॉन्स फायर कर रहे होंगे और एनर्जी आ जाएगी, नींद गजब आएगी, तो मोटिवेटेड ज्यादा हो जाओगे।
Okay.
कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ेगी यार अंदर ही अंदर, ओवरऑल इंप्रूवमेंट हो रहा है। Grooming की बात मैंने करी ली। तीसरा बात है अट्रैक्शन का, जो इंसान तुम्हें दूर से यूनिवर्सिटी,
You know what? Let me try create custom subtool. Yeah.
शेप में है, टी-शर्ट पहनी तो टी-शर्ट अच्छी लग रही है इस इंसान पे भाई,
Mm,
बॉडी बिल्डर बनना है ना, शेप में है, थिंग्स फिट यू नाइसली,
jungle and tree.
ग्रूम्ड है, वेल ग्रूम्ड है, दिखने से
Jungle and grass.
दिखा रहा था अपनी, जो मैंने अभी वीडियो
Output
बोली।
process, input process, brush, tool icon.
दूर से देखे
Yeah.
में होता तो इंसान ये तो कहेगा ना, हाँ जो भी है, ओके ओके।
I just want a normal one.
तीसरा मार्कर होता है फिर, अब आगे बिहेवियरल। अनकॉन्शियसली आप क्या सिग्नल्स भेजते हो बिहेवियरली, तुम कौन हो, जिसको हम इंटरनेट टर्म से कह सकते हैं ऑरा। तुम्हारा ऑरा क्या है, जहां पे तुम्हारे ये
Oh, let's go. I added it. Insane.
आप जो सिग्नल दे रहे हो वो है मुझे कोई मिल जाए भाई, मुझे कोई लड़की देख ले, अगर कोई लड़की देख लेती तो हम पिघल जाते हैं, हम लेट जाते हैं। अगर आपके ऑरा में डेस्परेशन है तो ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम वो इंसान सेंस करता है कि ये लट्टू है, लेटा हुआ है, डेस्परेट है, तड़प रहा है, इसको चाहिए कुछ।
Wait, I can drag the entire folder in, right?
के पर्सपेक्टिव से देखो, तुम डिजायर में लुप्त हो, डिजायर के गुलाम हो तुम। गौतम बुद्ध का ऑरा देखो ना, श्री कृष्ण का ऑरा देखो ना, क्या है वो ऑरा? देखिए डिजायर कुछ नहीं है भाई, डिजायर एक फ्लड है।
Type.
मर्द
Okay.
वो है, ताकतवर वो है, स्ट्रांग वो है जो बिना रुके उस फ्लड को
Import subtool.
बात कर रहे हैं डिजायर की, अटैचमेंट की। हम मरे जा रहे हैं, ये मिल जाए वो मिल जाए, अरे हम तो इंसान केज्ड है। तो मुक्त वो इंसान है जो इस केज से मुक्त है। एक बार वो ऑरा देख के उठाओ किसी को।
Now delete this.
इंट्रिंसिकली आता है जब आप बिलीव करते हो मैं परफेक्टली जीने के केपेबल हूं तुम्हारे बिना, यानी कि मेरी जिंदगी, मेरी सोच, मेरी प्रायोरिटीज, मेरे विचार तुम्हारे एग्जिस्टेंस पे ना रुकते हैं। फर्क पड़ता है इससे, ये बात समझना। इसका
Import subtool group.
नहीं है, एक बहुत बड़ा स्टूपिड मिसकंसेप्शन लोगों का आता है, रूड बन जाओ। हमारी बर्ट्रांड रसल की जो बात है, समझदार बात को एक
Add from default. Nope.
कन्वर्ट कर देता है। अनकॉन्शियसली जो ट्रांसलेशन होगी वो मूर्ख ट्रांसलेशन होगी, उसको पता नहीं क्या मूर्ख बना देगा वो विचार को। इसका असली मतलब ये है,
What even is this?
मैं फुली जीने के केपेबल हूँ, काबिल हूँ तुम्हारे बिना यार। यानी कि एक इंसान से लड़की मिली, वो जो देख रही है उसके POV से देखो, इसके गोल्स हैं, इसके
Okay.
पास एक विविड खूबसूरत इकोसिस्टम है, यानी बहुत सारी चीजें जो ये करता है, वर्कआउट करता है, इसके खुद के इंटरेस्ट है, मतलब ये इंसान अपने में एक बहुत बढ़िया जीवन दिखता है मुझे इसमें। इसकी स्टोरी कितनी रोमांचक है, और अभी मैं स्टोरी की पार्ट ही नहीं हूं। तो जब इंसान व्यक्त करता है तुमसे कि मेरे साथ कॉफी पीने चलोगी, तो लड़की को जो ऑफर मिलता है वो है कि इसकी जो विविड स्टोरी चल रही है उसमें मुझे इन्विटेशन दे रहा है, और अगर मैं इन्विटेशन रिजेक्ट कर देती हूँ तो इसकी जिंदगी में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला, इसके हैपनिंग है, इसकी जिंदगी में बहुत सारी चीजें हैं।
Okay, deciduous trees.
करते हो उसके पीओवी से देखो, क्या उसको ये दिख रहा है तुम्हारे अंदर? कोई नहीं
Hmm.
जानता। जो 24 घंटे लड़की के फोन पे टेक्स्ट पे अवेलेबल है, ये कर रहा है वो कर रहा है, एक बात मुझे बताओ दिल से हाथ रख के, तुम्हें क्या लगता है उसको ये दिख रहा है? उसको क्या दिख रहा है? इसकी
Deciduous
जिंदगी
trees.
है यार, इसकी जिंदगी सराउंड करती है मेरे अराउंड। मैं सेंटर हूं इसके यूनिवर्स का। तुम्हारा ऑरा जीरो है यार। कौन से एग्जिस्टेंस से वो चाहेगी मुझे इनविटेशन मिले? कौन से यूनिवर्स में उसको प्रवेश करा रहे हो तुम? है ही नहीं कुछ, कुछ नहीं है।
Okay.
कह रहे हो जब तुम आओगी तब तुम बनोगी रीजन कुछ होने का। ये है तुम्हारा एक्सप्रेशन। क्यों क्यों मुझे बताओ। अट्रैक्शन के परखच्चे नहीं उड़ जाएंगे किसी भी इंसान के दिमाग में। जीरो पे ले आए हो भाई तुम।
Oh
तुम
shit.
गामुरता दिखा रहे हो। मैं गामुर बनना चाहता हूं। मेरी जिंदगी में कुछ नहीं चल रहा, मेरे अस्तित्व का कोई वजूद ही नहीं है। कोई रोमांचक कथा नहीं चल रही, कोई एडवेंचर्स नहीं है, कोई गोल्स नहीं, कोई टारगेट्स नहीं, कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव्स नहीं है। और ये एक बात कह रहा हूं, एक होता है थ्योरेटिकल लड़की को बता के कि मैं तुम्हें इंप्रेस करना चाहता हूं इसलिए मेरे गोल सुनो, ये नहीं। उसको तुमने कभी नहीं बताया, उसको दिखता है।
Bro, check Insta went free. That was how I was in company last year. Oh.
इतने बजे से इतने बजे मैं ये कर रहा हूं, तो उसको दिख गया उसी में कि ये बिजी है। इसके पास 400 चीजें हैं। जो इंसान किसी पथ पे होता है ना, कुछ भी करने के, उसको गाना नहीं पड़ता उस पथ के बारे में लोगों को। वो है उस पथ में ऑलरेडी। तो जो भी इंसान उसकी जिंदगी में थोड़ा भी टाइम स्पेंड करता है, उसको दिख जाता है ये उस पथ पे है, क्योंकि वो कर रहा है। नीट की जो प्रिपरेशन कर रहा है, आईआईटी की जो प्रिपरेशन कर रहा है, जो तुम्हें पता है गारंटीड फोड़ेगा। लेट्स से वो किसी लड़की से बात करता है,
Damn.
ठीक है, इंटरेस्ट से लड़की।
Swordfish got the
तो
moves.
जरूरत है कि मैं गारंटी फोड़ दूंगा, मैं
Damn, let's go. Nice.
कांटेक्ट में आएगी, वो खुद ही देख लेगी कितना बिजी है। खुद ही वो कह रहा है कि देखो यार इतने बजे
Tastes like a fine wine indeed.
मेरा फोन ऑफ होगा, मैं अवेलेबल नहीं होऊंगा। ये मेरा गोल है, फोड़ के तो मैं रहूंगा। मैं इतने से बजे इतने बजे तक अवेलेबल होऊंगा। तुम बताओ क्या इस टाइम पे तुम होगी अवेलेबल? अगर हो तो हम लोग कॉफी पी सकते हैं। इसको कहते हैं ऑरा। मेरी जिंदगी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। मैं जो पथ पे चल रहा हूं वो मेरा एक इंडिविजुअल, मेरा खुद का पथ है, वो मेरी खुद की कहानी है। उसका तुमसे कोई लेना देना ही नहीं है। तुम मेरे यूनिवर्स में जो 500 चीजें चल रही, जिसका तुम पार्ट नहीं हो, जिसमें तुम एग्जिस्ट नहीं करती, और वो तुम्हारे बिना चलती रहेंगी। दे सकते हो, दे रहे हो ये ऑरा। कौन से पथ पे हो तुम सब लोग? असली अटैकर ये है। ये जो भी इंसान फेक करने की कोशिश करेगा, मैं उसकी भी बात भी नहीं कर रहा हूं क्योंकि वो भी फेल होगा। ये सिर्फ वही इंसान एग्जीक्यूट कर सकता है, यानी कि ऑरा कलेक्ट वही कर सकता है जो इस पथ पे है। हु इज अबाउट दिस लाइफ, यू आर अबाउट दैट लाइफ। तुम फेक नहीं कर सकते इसको, क्योंकि फेक कर लोगे, ठीक है, लड़की स्टार्टिंग में इंप्रेस हो गई, उसके बाद तुम आ गए कुत्ते में, गई इज्जत, ऑरा जीरो हो गया। ऑरा मेंटेनेंस पे एफर्ट जिसको लग रहा है वो मेंटेन नहीं कर पाएगा। डेस्परेशन है अट्रैक्शन का स्टेज 4। और कोई इंसान की फैंटेसी ये नहीं है कि भाई कैंसर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कि भाई अगर इंसान डिजीज्ड है तो ये मेरा पति है,
Duplicates up to nope. I don't want to duplicate it.
अपने जिंदगी में कुछ एडवेंचर्स लाओ। इसलिए हिंदू फिलॉसफी कहती है आत्म सुख क्या देगा तुमको? कर्म योग वो चीजें हैं जिनको करने से
Okay, nope, not this one.
इसलिए फल की इच्छा करने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि आत्म सुख अपने में ही बहुत बड़ी चीज है। फल तो मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, वो बाय प्रोडक्ट है। तुम्हारा ध्यान ही नहीं जाएगा उस चीज को करने में, तुम ऐसे मग्न हो जाओगे। इसलिए बौद्ध धर्म कहता है एथिकल प्योरिटी एंड विजडम पे जो आए उसको नोबल कहते हैं। अपने अंदर यानी कि विजडम को सीख करना है।
Leaves for.
मतलब मैं जो मनुष्य हूं उससे अगर कोई
Wait, how did I even bring in that?
महसूस होना चाहिए, सिर्फ शरीर से नहीं, दिमाग से। हल्की चीज नहीं
To
है,
nope.
हल्का मनुष्य ये नहीं है। तभी तो घर जाके सोचेगी तुम्हारे बारे में। ये अलग था। हर कोई बह जा रहा है, हर कोई लेट जाता है, हर कोई पसीज जाता है, हर कोई कुछ भी बनने को, हर कोई तैयार है कि मैं कुत्ता बन जाऊंगा, मैं पूरे दिन अवेलेबल हूं। ये है जो भाई इसकी जिंदगी में कुछ है, ये रिस्पेक्ट करता है अपने टाइम की। और एक बात यहाँ पे इसको आप डिस्क्लेमर की तरह समझो। इसका ऑरा का मतलब है कि जब आप ऐसी किसी लड़की से मिले जो कि चाहती है कि तुम कुत्ते बन जाओ, यानी कि उसको शौक है कि मेरा ईगो इतना बड़ा है, या ऐसा कोई लड़का मिले जो कहे मेरा ईगो इतना बड़ा है, इसका ऑरा इस वक्त 100 है, इसको तो मुझे अपना गुलाम बनाना है। ये एक नार्सिसिस्टिक डिजायर बहुत लोगों में एग्जिस्ट करता है कि मैं अपने आप को इतना महान समझता हूं कि मैं इसको अब तबाह करूंगा, और क्योंकि मैं इसको तबाह कर सकता हूं इसलिए मैं महान हूं। तो इस ऑरा का एक और फंक्शन है कि आप ऐसे लोग जब आपको मिले और वो कहें कि भाड़ में गए तुम्हारे काम, तुम मेरे पे टाइम दो, तो तुम कहो भाड़ में जाओ तुम। ये है फाउंडेशन इस ऑरा की। जो इंसान ये कह सकता है इस इंसान को जिसको वो लाइक करता है, वो इंसान को तुम नहीं बना सकते कुत्ता। यहाँ पे बात एंग्शियस अटैचमेंट की नहीं है, इनसिक्योर अटैचमेंट की नहीं है, इन सब चीजों की नहीं है दोस्त। बात बात यहाँ लॉजिक की है, कॉग्निटिवली ये तुम रूल की तरह तुम लिख सकते हो और तुम अपने बिहेवियर को देख सकते हो कि हाँ भाई मैं कुत्ता बनना चाह रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैं एंग्शियसली लेट्स से मेरे साथ है कि भाई अरे इंसान अरे बट ये, लेकिन तुम देख सकते हो कि भाई मुझे ये कहाँ लेके जा रहा है, मुझे दिख रहा है इस इंसान की
हम्म,
बात क्या है, मुझे दिख रही है और मैं कॉम्प्रोमाइज क्या कर रहा हूँ, मेरी जिंदगी के पथ, जिंदगी की सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें, और ये इंसान क्या है 8 बिलियन में से एक है। जाओ जाओ, मेंटल हेल्थ तंदुरुस्त रहेगी, मेंटल हेल्थ लॉन्ग टर्म में तंदुरुस्त रहेगी क्योंकि एक घटिया इंसान के साथ नहीं है जो अभी 3 साल में कुत्ता बना देता तुमको और फिर रोते के करियर चले गए सारे, इतने इंटरेस्ट हुआ करते थे, मैं इतना पोटेंशियल था मेरे अंदर, मेरी काबिलियत इतनी गजब हुआ करती थी भाई, भाई मैं टॉपर था अपने स्कूल में, करते हो सब बातें भाई, सब जा चुका है भाई, अरे यार प्यार के चक्कर में पड़ गए, प्यार के चक्कर में नहीं पड़े तुम, डेस्परेशन के चक्कर में पड़े हो तुम, प्यार को क्यों गाली दे रहे हो, प्यार में तो लोग पता नहीं क्या क्या उखाड़ के बैठे हैं, प्यार में तो सब खुश हैं खुशहाल हैं, प्यार को गाली मत दो, तुम कुत्ते बनने वाले बिजनेस में गए, प्यार के नाम पे तुमने कहा मैं सबमिसिव कुत्ता बनूंगा, मैं तुम्हें क्लियर दिख रहा है वो इंसान दुर्व्यवहार है उसके अंदर, दुष्ट इंसान है, तुम निकलने के बजाय कह रहे हो नहीं ठीक है इसको भी एडजस्ट कर रही के
इम्पोर्ट
इंसान
सब
बन जाए,
टू
तो ये प्यार से इसका क्या लेना देना भाई, प्यार को काहे गाली बक रहे हो, बेमतलब में प्यार को बदनाम कर रखा है, अब्यूजिव रिलेशनशिप इमोशनली हो चाहे कुछ भी हो, अगर उसका पहला इंस्टेंस तुम्हें दिख
ओह
रहा है
या
वहां पे इंटेलिजेंटली एक्ट नहीं करते हो, उसको प्यार से एटलीस्ट एट्रीब्यूट मत करो, प्यार के डोमेन से बाहर जा चुके हो तुम। लास्ट चीज यहाँ पे सिंपल ये समझो, सही इंसान जो भी है तुम्हारे लिए वो पहली बार नहीं मिलेगा, हो सकता है वो छठा इंसान हो जो तुम्हें मिले, लेकिन उसके लिए तुम्हें 5 लोगों
ग्रीन
से ना
वन
कहना पड़ेगा, यहाँ पे लोग 5 छोड़ो एक से ना नहीं कह पाते, तो छठा कब आएगा आपकी जिंदगी में, आपके गराज हमेशा भरा रहता है एक इंसान को रखे हुए हो आप परमानेंटली और उससे कट रहे हो, 6 साल हो गए लेकिन मैं मूव ऑन नहीं कर पाया हूं, वो इंसान 5वीं बार आता जो सही इंसान है तुम्हारा, जो तुम लोग लिटरली फिट बैठते एकदम परफेक्टली,
एवरग्रीन ट्रीज
मिल
राइट,
जाएंगे भाई, एक को छोड़ेंगे नहीं,
एवरग्रीन ट्रीज,
मैं कोर्स इसमें भी लॉन्च किया हूँ, जिसको लेना है ले सकता है, मूव ऑन 100%,
सब टूल सेटिंग्स,
प्लेटफॉर्म पे जाओ, वो इसीलिए बना है कि तुम्हें निकाल दे स्टेप बाय स्टेप, जितने तुमने अभी चोचले खोल रखे उनको चोक होल्ड मारो, खत्म करो, निकलो यहाँ से, कोई इसमें फंसा है उठाए निकालो अपने आप को, लाइफ में
ओके
सही पार्टनर कैसे मिलेगा, अच्छा सारी लड़के ऐसे हो गए, लड़कियों से पूछो लाइफ पार्टनर को मिलेगा, सारे लड़के ऐसे हो गए, हाँ भाई नहीं बोलना इसलिए इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है, कोई नहीं कह रहा दुनिया में 8 बिलियन लोगों में से 2 कौड़ी के बहुत सारे लोग नहीं बैठे, या फिर बहुत सारे लोग बहुत सारे टाइम में बेवकूफियां नहीं कर रहे हैं, अगर आप किसी इंसान से उस टाइम पे मिल लो उनकी लाइफ के जहां वो बेवकूफी वाली चीजों में मुग्ध हैं, तो मे भी उसको ना कहो ना, और उसको जेन्युइनली कहो, जो चीज खानी नहीं उसको अगर खाते रहोगे तो तुम ना किसको कह रहे हो, जो तुम्हें ओरिजिनली खाना था उसको, जो ओरिजिनली चाहिए उसको ही तो ना कह रहे हो, वो जो चीज जो तुम कहते हो थ्योरेटिकली नहीं चाहिए उसको ले लेके बार बार फिर कह रहे हो पार्टनर नहीं मिलता, अबे तुम लटके हुए थे पिछले 5 साल से एक रिलेशनशिप में, एक प्यार में जिसका कोई सर है ना कोई पैर है ना कोई हाथ है ना कोई, उसके पीछे लॉजिकल रीजन है जिसको डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हो कि इसकी वजह से, पर्सनालिटी के बारे में पूछो तो भाई उसकी पर्सनालिटी 2 कौड़ी की थी, इंसान के बारे में पूछो तो भाई उसने मेरे काटा, उसने मेरे चोटें पहुंचाई, भाई उसने धोखा दिया, अबे तो क्या है फिर, तू पागल क्यों हुआ है, डेस्परेशन का सिंपल उत्तर है दूर जाओ, जितनी चीज तुम्हें इस वक्त कुत्ते की तरह कह रही कि जाओ इसके पास, उतना ही आप अपने आप से कहो कि मैं इस सच को ही एंड कर रहा हूं, मैं अपनी जिंदगी में 5 कंप्लीट नए एडवेंचर्स आत्म सुख डायरेक्टेड क्रिएट कर रहा हूं जो मुझे हमेशा से करने थे, पहले जो मैंने बातें कही, ग्रूमिंग अच्छा करना स्टार्ट करो, जिम जाना स्टार्ट करो अपने लिए, लड़की के लिए नहीं, मुझे लंबा जीना है, मैं दौड़ पाऊं 40 में आराम से एक स्प्रिंट, मेरे ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन हो एक दिन तो मैं कम से कम दौड़ के खेल तो पाऊंगे साथ, ये नहीं कि 80 ड्रिप्स लगी हुई हैं, डायबिटीज की दवाइयां खाते रहते हैं, डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं हर महीने विजिट एक स्केड्यूल्ड, क्योंकि भैया कुछ सफाई करता है पूरी बॉडी की, भैया उसमें सर्जरीज हो रखी है 4, फिट होना है क्योंकि जिंदगी में
ब्रो
20 के जितने भी हो 40 में तुम बुढ़े नहीं हो जाओगे, मोस्ट लोग 40 में कंप्लीटली अनफिट हैं इस देश में, वो लिटरली 60 साल में इंसान को टेक्निकली जैसा होना चाहिए फिजिकल हेल्थ के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, वो 40 साल में एक्सपीरियंस करके बैठे हैं, तो अपने लिए होना यार, हो सकता है भाई तुम 1 करोड़ रुपए 2 करोड़ रुपए कमा पाओ जब तुम 40 के हो गए, तब वो आप दुनिया घूमे, आओ बढ़िया कपड़े खरीदे, तब भाई अपने शरीर के ऐसे परखच उड़ा चुके हैं कि उस पैसे का कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता,
what to proceed,
मैक्सिंग चल रही है,
sub to
तब
be
तक then
same
you
name
can
exists,
उसके बाद भाई डॉक्टर के पास जाके
wait
बोलो,
which
भाई
one,
हमारे जितना पैसा कमाए तुम रख लो भाई, सर्जरियां करते रहो बस, पर खच्चो उड़ा लिए शरीर के, फिर थाईलैंड जा रहे हैं, देख लो इतने वीडियोस आते रहते हैं अंकल हो गए, और सारे अंकल इतने भद्दे क्यों लगते हैं मुझे समझ नहीं आता, एक एवरेज इंडियन अंकल का शरीर देख लो, मैं एक एवरेज इंडियन अंकल हूं, तुम्हें पता है 37 साल का होने जा रहा हूं मैं, इंडिया में 37 साल के आदमी की शक्ल देख लो और एक बार शरीर देख लो, कहने को भाई हम गरीब देश हैं, आदमी एक्स्ट्रा ओवरवेट है भाई, हर तरफ से भाई निकले जा रहा है उसका फैट, अब जिंदगी क्या एंजॉय कर रहे हो यार तुम, क्या है जिंदगी भाई, तुम दौड़ ना पाओ भाई, मैं लिखित में दे रहा हूं किसी का खड़ा नहीं होता इनमें से, लिखित में दे सकता हूं अगर तुम ऐसे दिख रहे हो तो। कहां से खड़ा हो जाएगा भाई? तुम्हारे हार्ट के परखच्चे उड़े हुए हैं, अगर तेरी मोटी तोंद निकली हुई है, तुम्हारे हार्ट के लगे हुए हैं भाई। आधे से ज्यादा इनमें से या तो प्री डायबिटिक है या ऑलरेडी डायबिटीज हो रखी है। डायबिटीज क्या कॉज करता है? 40 के हुए भाई, पैसा कमाना स्टार्ट हुआ, आप दवाइयां लेते हैं, डॉक्टर ने तुम्हें कभी बताया नहीं कि वेट लूज करो बेटा, दवाइयों पे निर्भर करने की जरूरत नहीं है। प्री डायबिटिक हो अभी, तुम इसको रिवर्स कर सकते हो, सारे अपने सिम्टम्स खत्म कर सकते हो कि डायबिटीज के तुम मार्कर में आ जाओगे, डेंजर जोन में। वो क्या करेगा? लिख देगा तुम्हारे पर्चे फटाफट। जो चीज को भाई हेल्थी होकर सॉल्व करना था, उसको डबल डाउन
Okay, it's imported. Now,
वो तो पप्पू खड़ा कर देगा
what the hell?
फिर भाई इंतजार करता है हार्ट अटैक का इंसान। और जब हार्ट अटैक आता है तुम्हें लगता है कि भाई वो इंसान जो तुम्हें गोलियां लिख रहा था, उसके पास कोई जा रहा है,
Okay, now I
उसको
needed
बोलने के लिए
grass, right?
तो
Yeah, I
वो
need
इंसान
grass.
करता है। उसके पास रोज 500 लोग आते हैं, 500 लोगों को गोलियां लिख देता है, खत्म बात। कौन बता रहा है भाई हर इंसान को आधे घंटे का एक रेजिमेंट लो? ये चीज को तुम कर सकते हो, इस पे तेरी रिसर्च है, तेरी ज्यादा रिसर्च है, अपने आप को तुम हेल्थी बना सकते हो। सिर्फ बात पप्पू की नहीं है, तुम्हारे ओवरऑल हेल्थ की बात है। लेकिन मर्दों के लिए कितना इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है भाई। सोचो वुड नहीं है तुम्हारा, खत्म। 40 के ही हैं अभी, 40 साल की जिंदगी बची है, सोचो। अगर काम करो फाड़ो, लेकिन काम के साथ अपने थोड़ा सा होलिस्टिकली जीवन में विजन लाओ यार। ये जो विचार है कि मुझे एक गोल के लिए सारे गोल्स के परखच्चे उड़ा देने चाहिए, ये बकवास है। अगर तुम्हें हफ्ते में 3 या 4 वर्कआउट करने हैं 20 मिनट के ही सिर्फ, मुझे मत बता तुम्हारा टाइम नहीं निकलता, क्योंकि तुम पूरे दिन, क्योंकि तुम इंस्टाग्राम पे उससे बहुत ज्यादा टाइम डाल देते हो यार। ये झूठ बोलना बंद करो यार। थोड़ी सी हैवी चीजें स्टार्ट करो उठाना, थोड़ी सी ग्रूमिंग करना स्टार्ट करो। एक ट्रिमर लगता है, एक ट्रिमर लगता है जब ब्रश कर रहे हो, उसी के साथ कर लो ट्रिम। महीने में एक बार बाल कटवाने में कुछ नहीं हो जा रहा तुम्हारा, कपड़े साफ पहनने में कुछ नहीं हो जा रहा, सूंघना ही है बस उनको पहनने से पहले। बदबू आ रही है, अगर 1% भी महक आ रही है तो सामने वाले को 20% आएगी। सिंपल एक रूल रख लो, मत पहनो उसको भाई। वो बताएंगे नहीं, बहुत सारे लोग हैं तुम्हें बताते नहीं है, लेकिन तुम्हारे कपड़ों से महक आ रही है, लेकिन वो आपस में बात करते हैं साला महकता है। मैं तुम्हें बहुत जेन्युइन बता रहा हूँ, क्योंकि लोगों को रूड लगता है। दोस्तों में भी कई बार होता है, करीबी लोगों को रूड लगता है बताना। तुम्हारा बेस्ट फ्रेंड हो सकता है तुम्हें ना बताए कि तुम्हारे मुंह से बदबू आ रही है या फिर टी शर्ट से बदबू आ रही है, वो कहेगा हाँ ठीक है यार दोस्ती है, खराब बात नहीं बोलूंगा। लेकिन उससे क्या होता है, एक आदत बन जाती है, क्योंकि तुम्हें अवेयरनेस ही नहीं है तुम्हारी चीजों से बदबू आ रही है। फिर एक दिन तुम जब लोगों के साथ बैठोगे जिनके साथ बिजनेस डील करनी है, नौकरी करनी है, नौकरी में जब तुम लोगों के साथ बैठते हो जिनके साथ कनेक्शन बनाने हैं, नेटवर्क बनाना है, लड़कियों के साथ बैठे हो जिनसे तुम्हें बात करनी है, तुम्हारे अंदर भावनाएं आती हैं, वहां तुम्हारे परखच्चे उड़ गए ना भाई, वो तो कट लिए। पहली बार में ही इंसान इतना टर्न ऑफ होगा, वो इरिवर्सिबल टर्न ऑफ है। अगर तुम्हारे से बदबू आ रही है और एक लड़की तुम्हारे सामने बैठी है और तुम्हारा पहला इंप्रेशन ये था, भाई वो तुम्हारे पास नेक्स्ट टाइम नहीं आने वाली बात करने के लिए, उसका अट्रैक्शन मर गया जीवन भर के लिए। बदबू एक प्राइमरीली एक ऐसी चीज है जो अट्रैक्शन को लिटरली सीरियल किलर है उसके लिए, परफेक्ट टारगेट है उसका। आई डोंट थिंक लाइफ लॉन्ग तुम इरिवर्सिबल चीज है भाई वो। मैं नहीं कह रहा कि भाई अगर आप किसी के साथ रिलेशनशिप में हैं तब अगर एक दिन आपके में से महक आ रही है आपका पार्टनर, वो बात नहीं कर रहा हूं मैं, पहले इंप्रेशंस की बात कर रहा हूं। सोचो इन सब चीजों के बारे में यार थोड़ा।
Hmm. Wait, what even are these? Next year. Play 20 games. Play 80 games. Okay, fuck. All non-meta tier 1 challenges. Okay. I see how it is. I don't see any fan art. Like, what? Where are all her fan art, bro? What? Hmm. It's getting difficult finding one, bro. Wait, where did all that fan art go, bro? Okay, I think from this point on she got a new avatar or something. Oh yeah, this one. This is the tag, right? Oh my gosh. Damn. That's hot. That is definitely hot. Yep, perfect. Media, right? Posts. Yeah, what begins? Let me see.
Substituted for fake.
Okay. Done with the high threesome.
The signal dropped 3 registers in the space of a single breath, and I knew before the calibration lenses finished their rotation that this was not turbulence. I had served aboard the Penance of St. Drusus for 11 years. I had logged over 4,000 fluctuation events across 9 sanctioned translations. I understood the texture of turbulence the way a mason understands stone, through sustained and practiced contact, through repetition that became instinct. Turbulence scattered, turbulence sheared across frequency bands in patterns that were violent but ultimately legible. What I registered in the choir chamber on the 312th day of our passage through the rift shadow lanes was not scattering, it was subsidence.
Nope.
The Astronomican's echo did not weaken, it did not fracture or blur, it sank. The entire signal body descended as though the medium carrying it had deepened without warning, the way a river might suddenly lose its bed and spill into a cavern system no surveyor had mapped. I held the focus array steady with both hands, my fingertips slick against the brass contact plates. The choir behind me maintained their chant. 17 voices locked into the harmonic structure of the litany of safe passage, their combined psychic emission forming a lattice I could feel vibrating through the base of my skull. They had not noticed. Their perception operated at sanctioned depth, and sanctioned depth was precisely calibrated to register the warp's navigable surface, the layer where the Emperor's light cut its corridor through madness. I operated 1 layer lower. That was my function. A choir savant does not merely sing with the others, he monitors the medium itself, the consistency of the immaterial fluid through which the Astronomican's signal propagates. It is the difference between reading the words on a page and measuring the paper's thickness, its moisture content, the pressure of the ink. I was a quality assessor of
What the hell?
The Adeptus Astra Telepathica had invested decades of surgical augmentation and psycho-doctrinal conditioning to produce my capacity for this precise work. On this day, that capacity brought me to the edge of something no catechism had prepared me for. The Lord Captain's order had come through the encrypted Vox channel reserved for priority navigation matters. His voice carried the particular flatness of a man accustomed to issuing commands he did not fully understand, but trusted implicitly in the hierarchy that demanded them. We had been in translation for over 300 standard days. The Cicatrix Maledictum's shadow lanes were not true passages through the Great Rift. They were scar channels, regions where the rift's intensity thinned enough for Geller-equipped vessels to endure passage without immediate dissolution. Thin did not mean safe. It meant survivable for a statistically meaningful percentage of attempts. The Lord Captain wanted reassurance that the Astronomican still burned true beyond the ambient interference, and he wanted it confirmed through direct deep listening verification. Deep listening was a right reserved for emergency distress conditions. It required the choir savant to lower perceptual engagement below the navigable current, to push awareness beneath the working depth of standard warp transit and taste the medium's substrate directly. The procedure existed because in rare circumstances, the Astronomican's signal could be locally occluded by dense warp phenomena while still persisting at deeper propagation layers. Confirming its presence there meant confirming the ship had not drifted beyond the Emperor's reach. The rite was sanctioned. It was documented in 17 volumes of procedural liturgy. It required authorization from the vessel's ranking officer and countersignature from the senior astropathic delegate. Both had been provided. I held the parchment in my hand, the Lord Captain's seal pressed in dark red wax beside the delegate's in silver. Everything was authorized. Everything was correct. I initiated the descent. The choir's voices provided the structural lattice, their combined harmonic acting as a tether while I extended my perception downward through the warp's active layer. The sensation is difficult to articulate for those who have not experienced psychic immersion. The warp's navigable surface feels like weather experienced from inside. Emotional pressure systems, currents of raw sentiment, tidal surges of hunger and fury that the Geller field translates into manageable static. Below that surface, the texture changes. The emotional noise dampens. The predatory intelligences that swarm the upper layers thin out, not because they choose to avoid the depth, but because their substance cannot maintain coherence there. It is like watching bonfire ash rise from flame. At a certain altitude, the heat is gone and the ash simply disperses. I passed through the thinning layer and found myself in a stratum I had touched only twice before in 11 years. Both times during genuine distress events when the Astronomicon had been locally screened by warp storms. Both times I had found the Emperor's signal burning steady beneath the interference, a golden thread running through deep silt, and I had pulled back with the relief of a man finding solid ground after wading through floodwater. This time, the golden thread was there. The Astronomicon burned true, exactly as expected. I could have stopped. The rights requirements were fulfilled, signal integrity confirmed. I should have begun the ascent protocol immediately. But beneath the signal, beneath the layer where even the Astronomicon's light became a thin, attenuated wire of directed will, I felt something else. Stillness. Not the stillness of absence. Not the dead calm that follows a storm's passage. This stillness had mass. It had pressure. It sat beneath the navigable warp the way bedrock sits beneath topsoil, except bedrock is passive, inert, geological. This pressure was patient. That is the word my mind supplied, and I have never been able to replace it with anything more precise. Patient. The stillness waited with the absolute composure of something that had never needed to act. I completed the ascent. I disengaged the focus array. I recorded the Astronomicon's signal strength, propagation clarity, and ambient interference index in the choir's operational log. I signed the entry with my designator and sealed it with the astropathic cipherglyph. I did not record the stillness. I did not record the pressure. I told myself it was residual sensation, a psychic afterimage produced by extended immersion below safe operating depth. I told myself the mind creates phantoms when it operates beyond its designed parameters, just as the eye produces false light when pressed. I told myself this was documented, expected, irrelevant. For 23 minutes, I believed what I told myself. Then the choir completed their post-rite purification chant and filed from the chamber, and I was alone with the monitoring equipment and the low vibration of the ship's Geller field generators cycling through the deck plating. And in that quiet, I felt it again. Not through psychic perception, not through the focus lenses or the harmonic lattice. I felt it the way one feels the presence of deep water when standing on a pier at night, not seeing, not hearing, but knowing that beneath the surface, the depth continues far beyond anything the darkness reveals. The fracture had already occurred. I simply had not yet agreed to name it. My life until that point had been structured around certainties I did not question, because questioning them served no functional purpose and would have introduced instability into a system that demanded absolute precision. The warp was chaos. This was the first and final truth of the Scholastia Psychana, drilled into every sanctioned psyker from the moment their abilities manifested and the black ships came to collect them. The immaterium was the reflection of mortal emotion, a boiling, screaming mirror of every fear and desire and hateful impulse that sentient minds projected into the fabric of unreality. Its denizens, the creatures the ignorant called daemons, were concentrations of that reflected emotion, predatory by nature, drawn to psychic resonance the way scavengers are drawn to carrion. Against this chaos stood two pillars: the Emperor's will, manifested as the Astronomicon, and the institutions of mankind that channeled, contained, and directed that will through the apparatus of faith and technology. The Geller field was a prayer made into physics. The navigator's third eye was a gene-wrought miracle that perceived the Emperor's light across impossible distance. The astropathic choir was a weapon of coordinated psychic discipline, turning the warp's own nature against itself by imposing harmonic order on emotional anarchy. Every element of my existence reinforced this framework. Morning began with the litany of sanctioned perception, a 7-minute recitation that established the parameters of acceptable warp engagement. My psychic faculties were activated, calibrated, and bounded within doctrinally approved limits before I was permitted to approach the choir chamber. The litany named every permissible sensation. It catalogued every authorized depth. It described, in meticulous detail, the texture of the warp's navigable surface so that any deviation from expected conditions would register immediately as anomaly. I had recited it 11,000 times. I performed my duties within this architecture of certainty, and for 11 years it held. The warp screamed, and I logged the screaming. Daemons battered the Geller field, and I measured the impact vectors and filed reports that contributed to the Astropathic Intelligence Archive's threat assessment matrices. Warp surges distorted local reality, and I calibrated compensation protocols. The choir sang, the navigator steered, the field held, and the penance of St. Drusus continued its long passage through corridors of managed insanity. The deep warp appeared in the choir manuals exactly once, a footnote in the appendix of the Codex Immaterialis, Volume 9, subsection 34, paragraph 7. It described a theoretical stratum beneath the warp's active surface, a substrate hypothesized by early Scholastia scholars as a possible explanation for certain anomalous signal loss events during the Great Crusade era. The footnote concluded with a single sentence. Subsequent investigation has rendered this hypothesis without operational relevance. I had read that footnote during my training. I had not thought about it in 9 years. Now I could not stop thinking about it. In the days following the deep listening rite, I maintained my duties with the precision expected of my station. I logged fluctuation events. I calibrated the choir's harmonic output. I attended the twice-daily signal integrity briefings with the senior delegate, Astropath Corvinus, who had served aboard black ships longer than I had been alive and whose milky, augmetic-laced eyes saw nothing of the material world, but perceived the warp's currents with a fidelity I had always envied. Corvinus recited doctrine like breathing. Every observation he made was framed within the Imperium's cosmological architecture. Warp turbulence was sin made manifest. Signal loss was the faithful being tested. Demonic contact was the enemy's desperation, proof of their impotence before the Emperor's will. I listened. I agreed. I countersigned his reports. I said nothing about what I had felt beneath the sanctioned layer. Self-censorship was not difficult. The apparatus of compliance is designed to make silence easier than speech. Every report I filed passed through 3 doctrinal review filters before entering the ship's permanent archive. Anomalous language, meaning any terminology not drawn from the approved lexicon of warp phenomena, would trigger automatic flagging and summons for clarification. The system did not merely discourage deviation, it made the mechanical act of deviating more labor-intensive than conformity. To describe what I had perceived would require inventing terminology. Invented terminology would require justification. Justification would require theological review. Theological review would require convening an advisory panel that included the ship's confessor, the inquisitorial attaché, and the senior astropathic delegate. I chose to write, "Signal substrate stable, no actionable anomaly," and moved on with my shift. The cost was small, a single phrase omitted, a single truth withheld. I told myself it was pragmatism, that operational cohesion demanded clean data, that introducing subjective sensation into formal logs would contaminate the record. These were not lies. They were reasons that happened to align perfectly with my desire to avoid confronting what I had felt. On the 319th day, during a scheduled monitoring cycle, I lowered my perception again. I did not intend to. The monitoring cycle required surface depth engagement only. a routine sweep of the warp's active layer to confirm Geller field stability and log ambient psychic pressure. The procedure was as familiar as breathing. I had performed it thousands of times. My hands rested on the contact plates. My awareness spread across the navigable surface in a calibrated fan, and I registered the expected conditions. Emotional turbulence in the moderate range, predatory signatures at standard density, astronomican echo within acceptable parameters. Then, as I completed the sweep's terminal arc, my perception dipped. Not by choice, not by mechanical failure. It was as though the surface itself had thinned momentarily, like ice that flexes under distributed weight, and my awareness slipped through a fraction deeper than intended. The stillness was there. It had not moved. It had not changed. It waited with the same incomprehensible patience I had felt during the deep listening rite, and in the half-second of contact before I pulled my awareness back to sanctioned depth, I registered a detail I had missed before. The stillness was not uniform. It had texture. Not the chaotic emotional texture of the warp's surface, but something geometric, compressed. As if immense forces had been organized into stable configurations so old that the concept of age became meaningless in describing them. I completed the monitoring cycle. I filed the report. Completed the sweep. It had not changed. It waited with the same incomprehensible patience I had felt during the deep listening rite, and in the half-second of contact before I pulled my awareness back to sanctioned depth, I registered a detail I had missed before. The stillness was not uniform. It had texture. Not the chaotic emotional texture of the warp's surface, but something geometric, compressed. As if immense forces had been organized into stable configurations so old that the concept of age became meaningless in describing them. I completed the monitoring cycle. I filed the report. Surface readings only, no anomaly. My hands were shaking when I removed them from the contact plates. I pressed them flat against my thighs and held them there until the tremor passed, counting the seconds by the rhythm of the ship's plasma conduit cycling 3 decks below. The next morning, Navigator Primus Augustine Vale collapsed on the observation deck. I was not present. I learned of it through the encrypted priority channel 40 minutes after it occurred, when Senior Delegate Corvinus summoned me to the Astropathic Operations Center for an emergency briefing. The Operations Center was a narrow chamber buried in the ship's core, its walls lined with psychoreactive panels that registered ambient warp conditions through color shifts. When I arrived, the panels pulsed a deep, unsettled amber. Corvinus stood at the central lectern, his staff gripped in both hands, his expression unreadable behind augmetic lenses and the pale scar tissue of decades of soul binding. Navigator Vielle was dead. He had been performing routine warp observation, a task he had executed without incident for the better part of 2 centuries, and had suffered what the ship's senior chirurgeon classified as acute neurological failure. His third eye, the warp-perceiving organ unique to the Navis Nobilite, had ceased function 7 seconds before his biological death. The chirurgeon's preliminary report attributed the failure to prolonged exposure to the cicatrix maledictum's ambient interference. What the report did not include, because it was transmitted verbally in the operations center and never committed to written record, was the navigator's final utterance. The deck officer who had been present described it to Corvinus, and Corvinus relayed it to me with the careful tonelessness of a man handling volatile material. Navigator Vale had turned from the observation aperture,